Welcome to the state of PA football as PA Football News presents its weekly look at high school football across the state.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in.
Did you know there are 555 total high school football programs in the state? Did you also know there are a total of 58 college programs ranging from D1 to D3 in the state of Pennsylvania? Whether you're a bulldog, a lion, a crusader, an eagle, or a millionaire, we got you covered.
You already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and fight.
Here at PA Football News, we got you covered. And now, your host, Billy Splay.
Welcome to Reeves Field here at Geneva College. We are here live for the 47th annual Penn-Ohio Football Classic. And we're excited about this game today. We have the Ohio squad who has won the last two matchups between these teams versus the Penn squad. Pennsylvania is represented by Beaver County area high schools like Moon and such. But right now we're going to take a break. We're going to hear from some of our sponsors. We'll be right back with the call of the game.
For Ohio, number 13, Mikey Proctor of Crestview.
You want to be able to play as hard as you can, as safe as you can.
Whenever I have the safe cap on, it absorbs most of the blow.
You can tell it's a little bit softer. When you get hit, it's just like kind of bounces off instead of reverberates through your helmet.
So when we look at those tests, when we had a safer cover on a football helmet, on average, it reduced accelerations by 11%.
Circle W Sports is the complete all-in-one platform for high school sports, designed by former athletes, coaches, and athletic directors. Circle W Sports gives school and team personnel an easier solution to run their entire athletic departments with the help of these features. League Manager makes creating master schedules a breeze. Configure your divisions, build schedules, track league all-stars, and much, much more. Referee Manager helps assign and track game officials in the same platform. And with Ref Pay, your officials can get paid within hours instead of days or weeks. Enjoy live scoring and statistical services through our Performance Tracker and Stat Tracker apps. Learn how to track your workout or camp and combine statistics in real time. Then create any type of report after your results are tallied. The Stat Tracker app helps keep your fans involved, whether they are in the stands or at home, with live in-game stats. For more information, visit CircleWSports.com, the official online platforms of PA Football News and the PSFCA Big 33.
Touchdown!
Juggled and caught!
CoachComm is the proven and trusted leader in coaching communications. For over 30 years, we've built our business on innovation and winning, with the goal to equip your team with the best coaching communication available. 97% of all FBS programs and thousands of high schools and colleges across the U.S. choose CoachComm because CoachComm has the experience and the know-how to provide the very best in technology and winning solutions.
Thank you for calling Promises Internet Service. Please remain on the line. Due to high call volume around the world, it's likely you'll be on hold for, well, over an hour.
Get faster speeds for less money than the national companies at CenterWisp in Central Pennsylvania. CenterWisp is your fast local internet provider. For more information, go to centerwisp.com. That's CenterWisp.com. Now with faster speeds.
And welcome back. I'm Billy Splain. We are live at Geneva College, Reeves Field, for the 47th annual Penn-Ohio Football Classic on a beautiful football night here. On the call to my left, we have Ed Weaver from Circle W Sports and our newest addition to PA Football News, Mike Dujak. Welcome to the program, guys, and take it away. Let's talk about this game.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah. What a beautiful evening for some high school football. Again, the 47th annual Penn-Ohio Classic from Geneva College here in Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. Coach, what are you all-star game, fun family event. What are you looking for tonight?
First off, you're probably looking for everybody to come out healthy, also to have fun, and it's going to be competitive. You know, there's a lot on the line. There's bragging rights. There's pride. You know, that's the stuff that you're probably going to look for.
Yeah, as we finish up introductions here, going through the last Pennsylvania and Ohio players here. We're about 11 minutes from kickoff here. I think kickoff scheduled for just past 7:10 this evening. But yeah, beautiful night for some football. Live here, Geneva College, home of the Golden Tornadoes, Reeves Field. Just a beautiful setup here. So, yeah, Coach, you see this area of football a lot more than me. I'm from the Great White North of Wellsboro, up in District 4. Our All-Star game is tomorrow night, so I'll be behind my laptop running live stats with my stat tracker program for Circle W Sports. But take us through some of the names that you recognize here for for both sides of these teams here playing.
First off, there's a lot of good programs with kids involved, like Central Valley. They're a perennial WPIL contender. Chartiers Valley these season. Cornell, Cornell had in Class A. They have a good season. Also, West Allegheny. Bob Pelko is returning to. He's returning to West Allegheny for this upcoming season. Elwood City with Dan Bradley, who's actually going to Ambridge as head coach, also successful. So, Beaver County, Lawrence County, Chartiers Valley's in Allegheny County, Quaker Valley's in Allegheny County. It's good football. It's really good football. And again, Eastern Ohio is pretty good too.
All right, well, we are going to get set for the national anthem here. We'll keep the feed rolling here. We'll mute our mics and listen to the national anthem.
Thank you. And now, continue standing and remove your hats as we join together in the singing of our national anthem. We ask that you remember all those who have fought for this great country, who are currently in conflicts abroad, and for those who protect our borders and give us the freedom to be here tonight.
All right, national anthem is finished. We are moments away from kickoff. 47th annual Penn-Ohio Football Classic. Both teams about ready to take the field here as we, again, are about ready to get this game started here. Captains making their way out to midfield on their respective sideline. And out come the captains now for the coin toss.
And while they do the coin toss, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after these commercials.
Hope I'm not screwing up too bad. Okay.
My name is Carlos Bradley. I'm a former NFL player and currently chairman of Safer Sports. What is Safer Sports? We are a soft shell technology company. Our product, the Safer Helmet Cover, has been tested at Virginia Tech Helmet Lab and is proven to reduce the risk of concussion by as much as 77%. So if you have a youth league, a high school or college, and you want to be safer, get in touch with safersports.com.
Back live at Geneva College, Reeves Field. Take it away, guys.
All right. So Pennsylvania won the toss. They deferred to the second half. So Ohio will start out with the ball here.
Set to kick off for Pennsylvania.
Number one back deep here. Ohio doing a 3-back set. And here we go. We are underway here for the Penn-Ohio Classic. And right away, we are going to have a touchback. So Ohio will start with the ball at their 20-yard line here.
Touchback by Mark Antonio. Ohio takes over. First and 10 from their own 1.
We're going to throw a caveat out there right now. We're going to throw a caveat out there right now. The Ohio roster has many duplicate numbers, so please bear with us as we call this game.
Number 1, Cletus Monroy in the backfield, a quarterback. Lined up beside him, Ashton Hinchcliffe. Number 24, handoff to Hinchcliffe. He's going to take it around the left side. Gains about 7 yards on the play, up to the 27. Brings up 2nd and 3. Nice opening play there for the Ohio All-Stars. Spot the ball on the 26 here. 2nd down and 4. Ohio. Monroy again in the backfield, flanked by Hinchcliffe. Monroy gets a snap, rolls out to his right, finds Hinchcliffe. He's going to gain back to the line of scrimmage there, bring up 3rd down. All right, Ohio has their play called. Shotgun spread formation. Monroy gets snap, fakes the ball to Hinchcliffe. He's going to keep it. He's going to pick up about 4. That's going to be close to a 1st down. The official right on the 30. See where they officially mark the ball. Ball's going to be just short of the 30-yard line, so it'll be 4th and inches here for Ohio. Ohio looks to be going for it here. Getting the play from the sidelines. And now a huddle up here for Ohio. There we go. Ohio up to the ball. 3 in the backfield, 1 split out to the left. Monroy's going to keep it. He's going to pick up about 6 yards, gets smacked down by number 20, Khalil Johnson from Cornell, but enough for a 1st down up to the 37, so a gain of 7 on the carry for Monroy here. 1st down, Ohio, 9:42 left to go here in this opening quarter.
Mike, the first down is always important for a team, right, Mike?
Go ahead.
All right, Monroy and the offense break the huddle for Ohio. 2 backs in the backfield with Monroy. He is going to fake it and keep it again up almost to midfield here, up to about the 47-yard line. So should be another 1st down here. That is a first down for Monroy.
Gain of 10, and that's another Ohio first down, first and 10.
Ohio moving the sticks to the 47 as we approach 9 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Again, shotgun formation here for Ohio. Monroy flanked in the backfield. He is going to hand it off to number 11. That's Ryan Smith. Smith up across midfield and into Pennsylvania territory. Looks to be down at the 49.
Smith on the carry. That first by number 18, Jared Moyer.
Smith is going to pick up to the 49 into Pennsylvania territory. Second down, 6 to go here. Ohio keeping it moving here. Monroy waiting for the final signals to come in from the sideline. Okay, one wide receiver set. Jeremiah Thomas is split out wide to the left. Shotgun formation for Monroy. He is going to turn, hands it back off. It looks like that is Smith again. He is going to break into the Pennsylvania defense. Nice run down to the Pennsylvania 26 and a big gain for a first down for Ohio.
There is a flag on the play, though.
Yep, and that one looks to be coming back. Nice run by Smith, negated by a penalty. Wait for the official holding is going to be the call against Ohio, so that'll back them up 10 yards. First penalty of the game here for either team. So 8:06 remaining here in the first quarter. No score. Ohio moving the ball. They're going to have to start back from their 41-yard line. Second and 16 now for the Ohio All-Stars. The clock is now under 8 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Ohio huddling up, getting the play call from the sideline here. Now they break the huddle. Monroy in the backfield with number 7, Landon Hefner. Monroy gets a snap, fakes at the Hefner. He's going to keep it again. Big hole out to the right side. Monroy back into Pennsylvania territory. He's going to pick up a first down. Down inside Pennsylvania 40, down to the 36-yard line. Nice run there by Monroy, keeping the ball moving for Ohio. 23 yards on the keeper for Monroy.
First and 10 from the Pennsylvania 36.
Ohio's doing a very good job of keeping Pennsylvania off balance, and then they're just winning the line play.
First and 10 here for the Ohio All-Stars. Ball on the Pennsylvania 36. Monroy gets the snap. He's looking deep down for Thomas on the left side of the field here. That pass is going to sail over his head and fall incomplete. So second down now for Ohio here. Again, ball on the 36-yard line. 6:57 remaining here in the opening quarter. Ohio faced second down from the Pennsylvania 36. Hefner and Monroy in the backfield for the Ohio All-Stars. All right, Ohio's up to the line here. We have a split set out here to the left. Two receivers near or close to us. One receiver top side. Monroy hands it off to Hefner. Hefner's going to get hit and get a couple yards, loses control of the ball. Ball is recovered by the Pennsylvania defense. I believe that is number 18, Jared Moyer from Moon. So turnover, Ohio, our first turnover of the game. Moyer recovers it for Pennsylvania. Ball is going to be at the Pennsylvania 40. So it's Pennsylvania's turn to run some offense here after the Ohio fumble. So 6:48 remaining. It's going to be first and 10 on the Pennsylvania 40.
Pennsylvania really needed that.
Number 3, Travis Clear in the shotgun at quarterback for Pennsylvania. He's going deep right from the get-go, and he has Julius Best wide open for a touchdown, 60 yards. Game's opening strike, 6:38 remaining in the first quarter, and Pennsylvania strikes first blood in the 47th annual Penn-Ohio Classic.
Nice pass, nice catch, good execution.
Rocco Mercantino from Hopewell is back to kick out of the hold of Garrett Drudarowski here from Freedom. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is up and good, and somebody's going to have to go collect that from the Geneva College softball field. 7-0 Pennsylvania, 6:38 to go here in the Penn-Ohio Classic. So Ohio will get another crack at the offense here coming up in just a few moments.
And with that score, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with the kickoff.
The Cobalt Plus headset system delivers proven performance along with more users, more flexibility. That's why coaches across Pennsylvania trust Cobalt Plus. CoachCom makes tough headset systems for tough teams. We build headsets to help teams win. Call or click to learn more about Cobalt Plus from the proven leader in football communications.
Welcome back to Geneva College here, the Penn-Ohio Classic here, 47th annual game. Pennsylvania, one play, 60-yard touchdown pass for the game's 7-0 lead here as Mercantino's kick goes out of bounds, so Ohio will take over at the 35-yard line to start their second drive of the game.
That's something as a kickoff team you just don't want to do.
Tough to get a good special teams look in practice, gearing up for some of these all-star games here, Coach.
Yep, I agree. Like, there's a lot to put in, a lot to do, and you got so much time in the day, unfortunately.
All right, Monroy is back. He will be in the backfield, flanked by Hinchcliffe. All right, 1st and 10, Ohio from their 35. There is a snap. Monroy's going to hand it off to Hinchcliffe. He's going to get about 7 yards up to the 42, 43, maybe. Give him gain of 8. Nice run there by Hinchcliffe up to the 38-yard line there on 1st down. 2nd and 2 coming up here.
Gain of 8, 2nd and 2 from the Ohio 43-yard line.
All right, Monroy's got his play in from the sideline. 2 twin sets here for Ohio. Hinchcliffe in the backfield. Fake for Monroy. He's going to keep it, and he is going to get stuffed at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Nice gang tackle there by number 54, Tyler Richards, and Philip Marino for Pennsylvania. No gain on the play. 3rd down and 2, Ohio from their 43-yard line as we are approaching 5.5 minutes remaining here in this first quarter.
Pennsylvania did a very good job that time. A lot of hats to the ball carrier.
I think after that, they see everything after that first series. Now they have an idea of, what Ohio is trying to do. Handoff to... That is Ryan Smith. He's going to pick up the 1st down across the 45 and to the 47 before he gets hit out of bounds. But Coach, Ohio did a lot of jet sweep kind of zone reads there that first series. So now Pennsylvania kind of has a feel for it here.
Yeah. They really hurt Pennsylvania off tackle a lot on the perimeters, and he's doing a little bit better job. This drive, they're making them earn it.
Yep. 1st down now for Ohio. We're under 5 minutes to go here after that run by Smith. Monroy's going to fake it. He's going to roll out. Looking downfield, finds his target. Get you a number here in just a moment. That is number 4, Nate Alexander on the reception. 1st down into Pennsylvania territory. Ohio making... or not wasting any time getting back into Pennsylvania territory after the fumble. Ball on the 37-yard line here. First down, Ohio after that 20-yard pickup there.
From the Pennsylvania 37.
Monroy still in the backfield at quarterback. He gets a snap, looking off to his left, now comes back, finds Alexander again. He's going to pick up about 7 yards on the play, close to the 30-yard line.
Cletus Monroy's pass is complete to number 15, Brady Fair.
Oh, correction, that was Brady Fair, number 15 on the reception there. 6 yards down to the 31-yard line. 2nd and 4 coming up here for Ohio, as we are under 4 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter of the 47th annual Penn-Ohio Football Classic. All right, 2nd down here now for Ohio. Monroy in the backfield, flanked by Smith off to his left. He's going to hand it off to Smith. Smith right up the middle. He is going to pick up the first down and get down to about the 14-yard line into the red zone here for Ohio, setting up a nice first down for the Ohio All-Stars here.
Gain of 17, and that's another Ohio first down.
17-yard run there by Smith, right up the middle of the Pennsylvania defense. Monroy and Smith back in the backfield here. So we have trips. Oh, sorry, Coach.
I was just going to say Pennsylvania has to tighten up. They're inside the red zone now.
Trip set to us, one receiver top side. Monroy hands off to Smith, and Smith is going to lose his footing here as he went to make a cut. Got tackled by the turf monster. Lost 1 on the play, so we'll have a 2nd and 11 from the 15 coming up here.
From the 15.
All right, Monroy's ready to go here for the 2nd down play. 2:30 approaching on the clock here. Monroy gets the snap, rolling out to his left. He almost slips, works his way out of an initial hit, but then he's going to get sacked. Number 11, Jamison Feely. It's 54, Tyler Richards. Nice job there by the Pennsylvania defense to corral Monroy, keep him in the backfield for a loss of 6 back on the play. And that'll bring up 3rd and 17 now for the Ohio All-Stars.
Pennsylvania did a very good job. Pass rush. Everybody stayed in their lanes. That was a good job by the front 4.
Very good job there by the Pennsylvania front 4. 1:51 to go here in the opening quarter of the 47th annual Penn-Ohio Football Classic. Monroy in the backfield. Off to his right is Hefner. Monroy snap. He's going to hand it off to Hefner, and we are going to have no gain on the play. Hefner gets hit right away. Jack Miles, number 10 on the play for Pennsylvania. No gain. 4th down coming up now for Ohio.
Miles had a Laurel program. They had a nice year last year. Jack Miles is a very good football player.
He's going to be attending Edinburgh this fall. All right, 4th down here for Ohio. Approaching 1 minute to go here in this opening quarter. Monroy takes a snap, drops back. Now he's going to step up. There, he's going to fire incomplete, looking for, I believe that was Lucas Black from West Branch. So turnover on downs. Ball will go back to Pennsylvania, and they will take back over at their 21 with 55.2 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. And, Coach, do you think Best wants to dial it up top again and take another quick shot here for Pennsylvania?
They might try something again. They might have saw something on that last play. They might try something.
Oh. Pennsylvania now running in or doing a little substitution here. Never mind. We're running one guy in here. Okay, so first down from the 21. Pennsylvania ball here. Travis Clear in the backfield at quarterback here for Pennsylvania. Snap, handoff. Ball's handed off to number 7, Jake McNabb from West Allegheny. He is going to get 1 yard here up to the 22. As Pennsylvania will do battle from the 22 with a 2nd and 9 coming up here. Clear calling the play in the huddle for Pennsylvania. Now they break it. 22 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Shotgun formation, one receiver either way. Handoff goes to McNabb. McNabb is going to get up across, or no, excuse me. He's going to pick up another yard. Good job there by the Ohio defense, limiting McNabb to just 1 yard on the carry. And that will do us for this first quarter here in the Penn-Ohio Football Classic. Pennsylvania has a 7-0 lead here as we will flip the field and head into the second quarter. And we will send it off to a quick commercial break, and we'll hear from one of PA Football News' sponsors. We'll be back in just a few.
Thank you for calling Promises Internet Service. Please remain on the line. Due to high call volume around the world, it's likely you'll be on hold for well over an hour.
Get faster speeds for less money than the national companies at Center Wisp in Central Pennsylvania. Center Wisp is your fast local internet provider. For more information, go to centerwisp.com. That's CENTREWISP.com. Now with faster speeds.
Championships in 20 different.
All right, welcome back. We are in between quarters here with Pennsylvania leading Ohio 7-0 here in this 47th annual Penn-Ohio Football Classic. Right now on the field, they are going over this year's Hall of Fame inductees. So we'll let the PA announcer here at Geneva College do his thing and listen in while the rest of the Hall of Fame members are introduced.
At times, he also covered the Pirates, Steelers, Penguins, Passion, Riverhounds, Pitt, Duquesne, Geneva, and Robert Morris. William Allman. Coach Mark Capuano. Coach Capuano was a 3-year letterman at Neville Island High School in football, basketball, and baseball. He earned a scholarship to play football at North Carolina State University. During his 3 years starting at linebacker at State, he was a 2-time All-ACC player. In the 1967 Liberty Bowl game versus Georgia, Mark blocked 3 punts and was named Defensive MVP. After that game, Capuano's nickname became the Flying Wolf. Coach Cap started his coaching career in 1969 and continues to coach to this day. He was inducted into the Pennsylvania Coaches Hall of Fame in 2010. He was inducted into the Minor Pro Hall of Fame in 2012. Coach Capuano spent 24 years as the head football coach at Moon Area High School. As the head coach at Moon, he accomplished the following: most wins for a football coach, first coach to take a Moon team to a WPIAL playoffs in 1982, and he only coached to win a WPIAL title in 1998. Coach Cap was the only coach to reach the state finals, and he had a best single season record of 12 wins and 3 losses. Capuano was named Coach of the Year 4 times and WPIAL Coach of the Year in 1998. His greatest accomplishment among the way is helping young boys become strong men. Coach Mark Capuano. Coach Frank Morocco. Coach Morocco had his own cheering section when he was one of the Aliquippa High School's most honored football stars in the 1950s. He was one of 14 children of Eleuterio and Maria Morocco and spent his entire scholastic athletic career in Aliquippa. In junior high school, Frank played football under Sam Milanovic Sr. and basketball under Roger Jones. As a sophomore in high school, he was a member of Coach Carl Ashman's 1952 WPIL Championship Grid Squad. Frank became a starter in 1953 as an offensive guard and middle linebacker and was named to the All-County team. He was Quip co-captain in 1954 and earned more honors, all-county on both offense and defense, first-team WPIAL and UPI, and Wigwam High School All-American. Frank played college football at North Carolina State under another Aliquippa Hall of Famer, Bill Smaltz. He captained the freshman team before becoming a starter as a sophomore as a guard and linebacker, and the Wolfpack won the Atlantic Coast Conference title that season. As a junior in 1958, he also took on punting duties. During his senior year, he had 24 solo tackles in a game against South Carolina and was named All-Athletic Conference for the second time. Starting in 1960, Frank served as junior high grid coach at Aliquippa and later as varsity defensive coach. The Quips won the 1964 WPIL crown by holding Monongahela to 0 yards rushing. Frank served as head football coach at Ambridge High School from 1968 to 1978, and Frank was inducted into the Aliquippa Sports Hall of Fame in 1979. Coach Frank Morocco. Coach Glenn McDougall. A 1981 Southside graduate, Glenn McDougall dedicated 31 years to his alma mater as a teacher and legendary coach. While his influence spanned multiple sports, his football legacy remains a cornerstone of Southside history. Leading the Rams from 1992 to 2000 and 2012 to 2015, Coach McDougall reached the pinnacle of Pennsylvania football in 1999. That year, he guided the Rams to an undefeated season and the Class A state championship. This feat earned him Pennsylvania Coach of the Year runner-up, just one highlight in a career that included 5 Big 7 Conference Coach of the Year awards, 2 MAC Coach of the Year awards, and a stint as the MAC Coaches Association president. Beyond the accolades, Glenn's true impact lies in his character. He does not want this to be about him. He is a humble man who believes in hard work and seeing others succeed. His greatest thrill in coaching has watching his players grow into young men and seeing them become good citizens. Glenn McDougall is more than a coach. He is the heart of Southside, leaving an indelible mark of hard work, integrity, and community spirit that will inspire future Rams for decades to come. Glenn is extremely proud to be inducted into the MAC Hall of Fame. Coach Glenn McDougall. Coach Don Phillips. Don Phillips has been involved in coaching football for over 50 years, 34 years as a head coach. Through these years, he has had the special privilege to coach and help develop hundreds of young student athletes. Along with this, the opportunity to coach alongside highly talented, top-quality assistant coaches has provided lifelong memories and uniquely cherished friendships. Highlights of his coaching career beginning in 1972 include head coach at Monaca High School, Rochester High School, West Allegheny High School, Center High School, Elwood City High School, and Ambridge High School. WPIL playoffs 11 times. The PSFCA East-West All-Star Game head coach. The PSFCA Big 33 All-Star Game assistant coach. MAC Coaching Association Penn-Ohio All-Star Game head coach 2 times and the assistant 2 times. The MAC Coaches Association Coach of the Year 5 times, and he's performed the duties of President, Secretary, and Treasurer of the MAC Coaches Association. Coach Don Phillips. Coach Rich Schneider. Coach Schneider is a graduate of Norwin High School, where he competed at both football and track. He then continued playing football as a Golden Eagle at Clarion State College through 1978. Throughout his tenure, Coach Schneider has made a lasting impact across Western Pennsylvania. He served as head coach at Southside from 2001 to 2008. In addition, he's been an assistant coach at several schools, including Monaca, Rochester, West Allegheny, Center, Elwood City, and Ambridge. Coach Schneider is especially known for his work with the offensive line, and above all, he instilled in his players a love for the game. Coach Rich Schneider. Coach Ron Shiro. Ron Shiro began his coaching career at Riverside High School in 1977 as an assistant under Carl Flory. He led the Panthers to a runner-up in 1984 and champions in 1985. Ron became the head coach at Riverside in 87 and compiled a record of 60, 28, and 2. In 1995, he accepted the head coaching position at Chartiers Valley, where he coached for 17 years. The following year would prove to be an even better playoff appearance, the first playoff appearance in 25 years. Ron stepped away from coaching in 1999 and did not return until 2016, where he would return his second stint as the head coach at Riverside. Riverside made the playoffs 4 of the 5 years that he was there, 3 times reaching the semifinals. Coach Shiro would like to extend a sincere thank you to all his coaches and players for great memories and relationships. Coach Ron Shiro. Coach Dell Stuvey. Dell devoted most of his life to shaping young men with education and athletics, building a respected career as a teacher and football coach. After returning home from college and professional football, he began teaching at Punxsutawney while assisting the Chucks program. In 1973, Dell became the head coach at Midland High School, where he served as head coach for 12 years. Known for his leadership, discipline, and commitment, Dell guided countless athletes both on the field and in the classroom. Dell continued his coaching career at Beaver Local in Ohio, where he remained a science teacher and head varsity football coach. Across 7 seasons, Dell mentored generations of students through athletics and academics. His influence extended far beyond the wins and losses. In recognition of his lifelong contributions to sports and education, Dell was inducted into the Punxsutawney Sports Hall of Fame in 2001. Coach Dell Stuvey. And now the members of the Officials Hall of Fame. The Penn-Ohio Game Hall of Fame of 2026 says athletes and coaches among the inductees. Ron Lefty Dionisio was nominated not because of either of those categories. Lefty is an official. He spent over 45 years of his life making sure that the players played fair and the coaches followed the rules. A 1953 graduate of Milton Hershey High School, he lettered in football, wrestling, and baseball, and played sandlot and professional football while serving in the United States Army. He played football and wrestled while serving his country, finishing second in the All-Army Wrestling Tournament. Upon returning to Beaver County, Lefty married Frances Zoide, and they have 3 children, daughters Julie, Gina, and son Tom. Lefty enjoyed attending high school football games and later became an official, starting in 1967 working midget, junior high, and varsity levels, and then working his first game in 1970 between Beaver Falls and North Allegheny. Since 1972, Lefty has worked more WPIAL playoff games, including championship games at Three Rivers Stadium. Although retired from football officiating, Lefty stays involved as a crew evaluator for football and clock operator for President's Athletic Conference in college football. Lefty has served over 30 years in that role. As a sports official, integrity is the utmost importance, and our inductee is at the top of this category. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Ron Lefty Dionisio. He's accompanied this evening by his son Tom and daughter-in-law Kim. Dave McHenry. Dave's dedication to high school athletics and officiating excellence spans nearly 4 decades, making him a truly deserving member of the inaugural Penn-Ohio Football Game Hall of Fame class for officials. Dave graduated in 1968 from Hopewell High School and the Thaddeus Stevens Trade School in 1968. Dave married his wife Beth that same year, and together they have 3 children, Bridget, Michael, and Darren, and 8 grandchildren and 1 great-grandchild. In 1969, Dave was called to service to serve in the United States Army, including a year of service in Vietnam. Over an incredible 39-year career, Dave officiated numerous PIAA football, baseball, softball contests, earning the respect of coaches, players, and fellow officials. Dave's postseason resume is a testament to his excellence and consistency. He officiated numerous playoff contests, including 3 WPIAL championships, 1 WPIAL softball championship, 1 WPIAL football championship. In addition, he has also umpired the State Athletic Legion baseball tournament. Dave has also worked with 3 previous Penn-Ohio games during his career. Beyond his on-field accomplishments, Dave was a true leader among his peers. He served as chapter president and rules interpreter for various sports throughout that career. Dave is accompanied this evening by his daughter Bridget and her husband, David Kako, his son, Michael, and his wife, Andrea, his son, Darren, and wife, Jen, his granddaughters, Madeline and Anna, his grandson, Zach, and his brother-in-laws, Edward and David Jones. Dave McHenry. I'm trying. Mike Cunning. Mike was nominated for the Penn-Ohio football game by the Beaver Valley officials. Mike was an official for 35 years and enjoyed every game coaching during his 35 years. Mike is a 1968-69 graduate of Freedom High School and enlisted in the Marine Corps. After returning home, he married Marcia, his wife, and they have 2 children, Alyssa and Michael. Alyssa has 3 children, his grandchildren, Alex, Elena, and Ashlyn. During his 35 years, Mike has done some very amazing things. The special game was a WPIL final with an all Beaver County officials, the first time ever. He served as the Beaver Valley officials chapter rules interpreter and secretary for many years. Mike learned his integrity from working these games. He also has good memories and good friends because he's a football official. Mike is accompanied this evening by his wife, Marcia, daughter, Elisa, and her boyfriend, son, Michael, and his grandchildren, Alex, Elena, and Ashley. Mike Cunning. Larry Bull Croston. Larry Bull Croston was a PIAA official and member of the Beaver Valley Officials Chapter for 50 years, from 1971 to 2021. Bull also served as a WPIL and PIAA as a football and basketball official. He was a standout multi-sport athlete at Beaver Falls and continued playing and officiating all through his career until his retirement in 2021. Upon his retirement, Bull enjoyed coaching and watching his son and grandsons play. A true lover and consummate professional, Bull's officiating style and demeanor set the tone for his crews. He believed in mentoring new officials and inspired generations of referees and athletes alike. Sadly, Bull passed away in the fall at the age of 77. He is survived by his dear family, wife Patricia, son and daughter-in-law Neil and Daniel, and his daughter Leslie, as well as grandsons Ryan, Sean, Adam, and their brothers and families. Bull left behind a lasting legacy that will be carried on for countless officials. Accepting this induction on his behalf for the late Bull Croston are his wife Patty, daughter Leslie, and son Neil. Larry Bull Croston. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2026 Penn-Ohio Hall of Fame inductees.
All right, with the Hall of Fame induction ceremony over, congratulations to the new members of the Hall of Fame, both coaches and officials here. We are about ready to get the second quarter going again here. Pennsylvania will have the ball 3rd and 7 from their 23-yard line here to start the quarter. Coach, this second drive by Pennsylvania hasn't gone according to plan from how they started the first drive off with that big 60-yard pass from clear to best. So, what are you looking for here on 3rd and 7 from Pennsylvania?
I'm actually looking for something rolling out the quarterback, getting him on the edge, something like that, or possibly a screen or something.
Well, we'll see here as Clear lines up in the shotgun here. Second quarter getting underway, and we have a offsides penalty against the defense. One of the big guys up front jumped, so Pennsylvania will get a free 5 yards. Helps them out a little bit here. Instead of 3rd and 7, it'll be 3rd and 2 coming up here. So that completely changes, the initial play call that Pennsylvania had dialed up, ready to go here to start the quarter.
Absolutely. Look for something. Just look for something between the tackles, and just for Ohio, you can't make it easy for them. 3rd and 7's a lot different than 3rd and 2, obviously.
So Clear had to run over to the sidelines to get this upcoming play here. He is back in the huddle, letting his teammates know here. Again, 3rd and 2 coming up for Pennsylvania. Clear and McNabb in the backfield for PA. There's the snap. Fake to McNabb. Clear is going to take it. He's only going to get a yard, so he will be 2 yards short here for the first down. So 4th down coming up from the 29 here. And it looks like Pennsylvania is going to bring on the punt team.
I feel like that's a smart decision.
Yeah.
A very smart decision on their part. Ohio is dominating the line of scrimmage practically this whole game. So I feel like it's a good decision.
Garrett Judarowski, the holder, back to punt for Pennsylvania as we approach 11 minutes remaining before halftime. Thomas and Hefner back for Ohio here as we await the punt here from Pennsylvania. There's the snap. Judarowski gets it off, and Ohio's going to let it bounce. Good bounce there for Pennsylvania. Ball's going to get collected at the 24-yard line of Ohio. So the Ohio All-Stars will take over there for their 3rd drive of the game and first. Yeah. So with Ohio taking over at their 24-yard line, big crowd here at Geneva College here tonight. Again, the Golden Tornadoes just celebrating 100 years of Reeves Field, 1925 to 2025 here. Beautiful complex here. My first time out here in Western PA here in Beaver Falls. So I always like seeing new stadiums and new places to play here. So Ohio coming back onto the field here. They're going to take over for their first possession of this second quarter. Monroy still in the backfield. He is going to turn, hand to Smith. Little jet sweep action. 1 yard, maybe 2 by Smith there on first down. Pennsylvania doing a nice job shoring up the defensive line after those couple long gashing runs there by Ohio earlier in the first quarter here. So it'll go down as a officially 2-yard gain here for Smith and Ohio. 2nd down and 8 coming up. Monroy back in the shotgun. Smith beside him. Monroy's going to fake it to him. He's going to roll out to his left. He's going to slice through the Pennsylvania defense, picks up the first down, and he's still going up to midfield area into Pennsylvania territory. It looks like at the 48. Oh, excuse me, that's Jeremiah Thomas. My bad there. So Thomas up to the Pennsylvania 47. A nice run and pickup of a first down.
That's good enough for Ohio. First down.
27 yards on the play. Thomas will stay in the backfield here. 2 wide receivers towards us. 1 up top there. Landon Hefner from Southern in the backfield by Thomas for Ohio. 9:30 to go here before the half. Handoff goes to Hefner. He's going to pick up almost nearly a first down here, down to about the 38-yard line for Ohio. Ohio coach doing a good job of keeping the ball moving despite that early turnover.
They're really dominating the offensive line. They're getting a push, and that's a big reason they're getting big chunk plays.
So 9-yard official gain on the last play for Hefner. It'll be 2nd down and 1 from the 38 in Pennsylvania territory. Thomas and Hefner in the backfield for Ohio. There's a snap to Thomas. He scans the field. Now he's going to roll out to his left, still with his eyes downfield. Now he's going to throw it, and ball is going to be incomplete and out of bounds.
Jeremiah Thomas's pass is incomplete. 3rd down.
3rd down and 1 coming up here for Ohio. 8:39 to go here before halftime of the 47th annual Penn-Ohio Football Classic. Thomas back in the shotgun again for Ohio. 2 wide receivers set close to us, 1 up top. Hefner flanking Thomas off to the right in the backfield. Thomas with the snap, hands it off to Hefner. He's going to do a little stutter step here, and he's going to pick up, and he might take it all the way. And yes, touchdown, Ohio. Landon Hefner, 38-yard scamper there, picked up the first down on his way to pay dirt. So the Ohio All-Stars now trail Pennsylvania 7-6, 8:25 remaining here. And we'll see if Ohio can tie it up here on this extra point.
I don't believe they have a kicker. I believe they may be going for two.
Yeah, it looks like it because Monroy's back in there now. So along with Thomas, so we'll see who receives the snap here. But yeah, interesting play call here for Ohio.
Look for getting Thomas out on the edge for a run pass option.
So Monroy in the shotgun. He's going to keep it himself, go off the left edge, and he will skirt his way into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. That's going to put Ohio ahead in the game, 8-7 over Pennsylvania. 8:25 to go here for the half. And what a game this has turned out to be so far. See if Pennsylvania can match the latest score here for Ohio on their ensuing drive. Ohio's kickoff team is getting lined up here and ready to go.
So far, Ohio's line is just dominating this game. They're doing a good job. They're getting a great push.
All right, so as Ohio has it lined up here for the ensuing kickoff, 8:25 remaining here before the half. Pennsylvania back deep. That is the whistle ready to play, and we have a little squib kick that's going to go right up the gut there between the Pennsylvania team and for a touchback. So the Pennsylvania All-Stars will take over from their 20-yard line to start here.
For not having a kicker, that squib kick was very efficient for Ohio.
Not too shabby, huh?
Yeah. Pennsylvania needs some confidence. They need to get a first down or two just to get their confidence up.
Number 15, MJ Stuckey from Cornell in at quarterback for this drive here for Pennsylvania. He has one off to his left. Bad snap, and they're going to rule him down. So a quick loss of 5 yards for Pennsylvania on their first play of the drive is going to set them behind the sticks here coming up. Not the way you want that drive to start.
No, it's not. You don't ever want to be behind the sticks, and just that just alters your play calling, and it's just more yardage to go for a first time.
And you see that a little bit more in these all-star games as kids only have a handful of days to, to kind of, learn their teammates and, get accustomed to, how they play, how they snap. And you kind of see that. So Stuckey, complete pass, looks like it's back to the line of scrimmage. Number 1, Dom Hogue from Elwood City on the reception. So we'll have 3rd and 10 from the original line of scrimmage of the 20-yard line coming up here for PA. Clock keeps moving. We're at 7 minutes and 20 seconds here before the halftime. So Pennsylvania breaks the huddle. Stuckey in the backfield. Stuckey gets a snap, drops back to pass. Now he's flushed from the pocket, and he is going to be thrown for a loss of 10. Nice job there by the Ohio defense. Let me see if I can get you a number. Looks like number 10. Yep, Zach Coffey on the sack for Ohio. That's going to force Pennsylvania to punt from their 10-yard line. So Garrett Duderowski will be punting from his own end zone here.
From Ohio, they did a very good job staying in their lanes. They just were in the backfield. He didn't really have any time at all.
He had no chance, yeah. So 6:20 here remaining before the half. Ohio holding a 1.87 lead over Pennsylvania. Drew Dorosky gets the punt off. Short punt, high punt. It's going to be fielded at the 45 of Pennsylvania. Fair catch by Landon Hefner, it looks like. So Ohio will start the drive at the Pennsylvania 45. 6 minutes and 5 seconds to go here. And I'm going to throw it back to my man, Billy.
Yeah, we're excited to be at this game. This is our 6th All-Star game of the year. We love doing this spring-summer All-Star tour. Ed, tell them what we got coming up tomorrow night.
So we got a doubleheader coming up.
That's right.
One stream on PA Football News. We have the 42nd Annual Leather Lumber Classic. That is coming to you from Mifflin County High School in their brand new stadium. Kish Bank Field, Donald M. Chapman III Stadium. Beautiful layout there at Mifflin County. I know they were excited to host the game. And then also tomorrow night, I will be down in Milton for the District 4 North-South All-Star game from Milton High School. So pass goes out to, I believe that is Thomas. A little swing pass out by the sideline. And he is going to step out of bounds at the Pennsylvania 26. First down. Or no, excuse me, even back a little bit further. Back at the 32-yard line, excuse me. 13-yard pickup there by Thomas. Gets the ball down to the 32 and a first down for Ohio. New quarterback in, Ian Starkey from Indian Creek in the backfield. He gets a snap, looking off to his left. He's going to find Thomas. Thomas is going to step out of bounds after a gain of about 7 yards here. Thomas steps out at the 26-yard line, so it'll be second down and about 4 coming up here for Ohio.
Second and 4. 26.
Thomas does a little bit of everything: quarterback, receiver, runs the ball. Whoever gets him on the next level is they're getting a good football player.
Yeah, also very impressed by watching him play so far. So 2nd and 4 here for Ohio at the Pennsylvania 26. There is the snap, pass, pump fake there by Starkey. Pass is going to fall incomplete. I believe he was looking for Thomas again in the end zone. Just came up a little off the hands there of Thomas. So we will have 3rd and 4 from the 26 coming up here.
Baldwin made a very good play on that. He closed in quick on that, and he knocked that away last second. He did a good job.
All right, so Ohio's going to break the huddle here. 5:48 left on the clock here before the half. Starkey in the backfield. Hinchcliffe off to his right. Starkey hands off to Hinchcliffe. He's going to go up the middle for about 6 yards, maybe 7. Looks like he's going to pick up the first down inside the 20, down to the 19. So first down, Ohio now in the Pennsylvania red zone.
1st and 10 from the 19-yard.
5:35 to go here before halftime. Again, Ohio up 8-7 over Pennsylvania. Starkey brings in the play call from the sideline.
Pennsylvania got to toughen up. They're in the red zone again.
2 receivers near side, 1 far side. Hinchcliffe in the backfield. Jet sweep handoff to Hinchcliffe here. He's going to pick up about 6 yards to about the 14-yard line. Give him a gain of 5, excuse me.
Tackled by Jack Miles.
So ball on the 14 now. We have 2nd and 5 coming up for Ohio as they break the huddle here. Smith checks back in. Backfield, he's going to be flanked off to Starkey's left. Handoff goes to Smith. He's going to go right up the gut for about 3 to 4 yards here as he gets down to the 11.
Tackle by 57, Drake Davis.
Drake Davis on the stop for Pennsylvania.
Gain of 3, 3rd and 2 from the Pennsylvania 11.
Ohio facing a 3rd and 2 from the 11. 4:12 left for the half. Ohio breaks the huddle. Thomas in the backfield now at quarterback for Ohio. 2 near side, 1 receiver top side. Thomas hands it off to Smith. Smith's going to go right up the gut again. He'll pick up the first down to the 7-yard line. Pennsylvania.
Tackled by number 57, Drake Davis.
4-yard gain there by Smith. Davis again on the stop.
That's good enough for an Ohio first down.
And Ohio will have 1st and goal from the 7, coach, coming up.
The Ohio offensive line, they're just getting all night. They've been pushing Pennsylvania back and just getting chunk plays.
So Starkey back in now at quarterback for Ohio. Smith off to his left. He's going to turn a hand off to Smith. Smith's going to get about 2, maybe 3, or give him a gain of 4 down to the 3-yard line there. So 2nd and goal coming up for Ohio.
Gain of 4. 2nd and goal from the 3. At this time, will all the parents participating in the Quad County Coaches Association scholarship winners please report to the 20-yard line opposite the scoreboard. All parents from the Quad County Coaches Association scholarship winners, please report to the 20-yard line opposite the scoreboard.
So Ohio breaks the huddle. They're getting set for their 2nd down play. And Pennsylvania calls timeout. So we'll send it off to a word from our sponsors and be back in a moment.
For over a decade, Circle W Sports has delivered top-tier athletic websites and helped numerous student athletes get noticed. Now, we're taking things to the next level with Showcase. We've reimagined everything, combining the power of our proven platform into one sleek, all-in-one profile that's customizable, dynamic, and built just for you. No more juggling multiple profiles. No more messy links. Every Showcase tier includes a personalized QR code and short link, making it easier than ever to share your story, anytime, anywhere. Think of it as your own digital scrapbook. Post highlights, add workout clips, upload photos, share your stats, achievements, and more, all in one place. Whether you're chasing scholarships, creating your personal brand with our name, image, and likeness offerings, or you just want to show off your grind, Showcase puts your journey front and center.
All right, we are back. Special thanks to Circle W Sports for sponsoring tonight's Penn-Ohio Football Classic live stream as Smith goes into the end zone for an easy touchdown for Ohio. He's going to make it 14-7 now for the Ohio All-Stars with a 2-point opportunity coming up here for Ohio. 2:50 to go here in the first half. Ohio holding a 7-point, 14-7 lead as they get the play in here for the 2-point conversion.
This is big for Pennsylvania. Big play. They don't want to let them in and make it a 2-possession game. So they need a stop if they have any hope of climbing back in this game.
All right, so Monroy in at quarterback now. A little pistol set here. Monroy gets the snap, and he's going to take it off left tackle just like he did the last time for the 2-point conversion. That's going to put Ohio up 15-7 over the Pennsylvania, or 16-7, excuse me, over the Ohio All-Stars. 2:50 remaining in the game before the half here. Ohio up 16-7 after that last touchdown run by Smith and 2-point conversion from Cletus Monroy here. So Ohio will kick back off 2 minutes here, and we'll see if Pennsylvania can get some offense going here, Coach.
They need another big play. This is a big possession for them. 2:50 left in the second quarter. Just to get back in this game, they need to sustain a successful drive. They really haven't done that all night.
Agreed. So number 4, Tayshawn Lewis, and number 20, Khalil Johnson, are back deep to receive the kick. Number 17, Julian Baldwin of Hopewell, is the up back here. And number 54 for Ohio is going to tee it off for the kick. Last time he did a kind of a squib kick, just kind of right up the middle, that ended up in a touchback for Pennsylvania. So similar to the last time, this kick is going to be fielded by the up man. That's number 10, Jack Miles from Laurel. And he's going to bring it out across the 35 and down to about the 36 to set Pennsylvania up 1st and 10.
Pennsylvania does have 2 timeouts to work with as well, with 2:42 left in the second quarter here.
Mikey Proctor on the stop for Ohio. And again, Pennsylvania will start this drive here from their own 36-yard line. 2:42 left to go before the half here. Stuckey still in at quarterback for Pennsylvania. Johnson off to Stuckey's left. Stuckey gets the snap, drops back, looking downfield. Now he's going to step up in the pocket. He is going to find number 10. That's Jack Miles. Big pickup down into Ohio territory. First down to the 40. Nice play there by Stuckey to step up in the pocket and find his target.
Stuckey did a very good job keeping his eyes downfield while the pressure was kind of heavy, and he did a very good job there keeping his composure.
So 2:27 to go here on the clock. Stuckey and Team Pennsylvania 1st and 10 at the Ohio 40. Snap. Stuckey drops back. Now he's going to step up. This time he's going to run, and he is going to get hit hard. I believe that's number 10, Zach Coffey. Short gain on the play. It looks like about a gain of 2 down to the Ohio 38.
I feel like if he would have, if he didn't hesitate, I think he had some green in front of him there.
So Pennsylvania 2 timeouts to use here under the last 2 minutes to go here in the half. Ohio has all 3 timeouts remaining. Pennsylvania breaks the huddle here. Minute 44 left on the clock here. We have a double twin set on here. Stuckey with the ball. Again, he has number 4, Tayshawn Lewis, wide open. Lewis backtracks a little bit, and he's going to get brought down around the 12-yard line. So Pennsylvania will have a 1st and 10 just outside of the goal-to-go situation here, so they can pick up a first down to the Ohio 2. 1:26 remaining here for Pennsylvania. Ball on the 12.
They gave Stuckey pretty good protection there, and the receiver was
yeah, it kind of seems like Stuckey's kind of finding his groove a little bit here after that first offensive series. So 1:06 to go here. Stuckey calls for the ball. He's looking for number 22. He's going to fire it off of there, and we have an incomplete pass, but a flag on the play. Could potentially be defensive pass interference. Stuckey looking for Jackson Zahn from New Brighton on the play. He had the ball in his hands all the way to the very end until he fell down and lost it. So we'll await the official word here on the penalty. Pass interference on the defense. So that'll be a half a distance to the goal penalty here. So Pennsylvania should have the ball at the 6-yard line here. So we'll have 1st and goal from the 6.
That last play, that looked like a pretty good pass by Stuckey there.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great pass, great read, great route. Just couldn't hold on to it.
Ohio guy was hanging on him.
Yeah. So number 18, Jared Moyer takes a Wildcat snap, and he is going to get dropped for a big loss in the backfield. Looks like they're spotting him back at the 14-yard line here. Vince Budo on the stop for Ohio. Loss of 8 all the way back to the 14-yard line. So Pennsylvania will take a timeout with 51.2 seconds remaining here. And we'll keep it on here. Coach, what does Pennsylvania have to do to get the ball in the end zone here with only one timeout remaining and 50 seconds on the clock?
I would personally, I would stick with the pass. That's been working pretty effectively on this drive. Again, the line, like the interior line, both offensive and defensive lines for Ohio, they're just swallowing up the run game. So unless they can do something creative run wise, I would stick with the pass.
Agreed. Yeah, so far with the one big pass play for Pennsylvania for the game's first touchdown. A lot of long runs by the Ohio All-Stars here. They lead 16-7 with 51.2 seconds remaining. We should be out of this timeout here in just a moment or two here. Ball's going to be at the 14-yard line, so it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 14 here coming up for Pennsylvania. Again, they have the one timeout remaining. Ohio hasn't used a timeout, so they have all 3 of theirs left here. So we'll see what Coach Patrick Feely has dialed up here for his Pennsylvania squad in just a moment.
On that last play, the defensive end on the far side, he's the one that blew that play up.
Yeah.
And then his teammates just helped him out.
2 receivers near side. We have an H-back up top for Pennsylvania. Stuckey in the backfield. He is looking for number 20, and Paul is going to get picked off there. Let me see if we can find a number. It looks like number 3, Grady Close from West Branch. Stuckey was looking for Khalil Johnson in the end zone there. Close stepped in front of it, picked it off at about the 2 to 3 yard line. So they will thwart Pennsylvania's scoring attempt here and take over at their own 5 with 44 seconds to go here, holding a 16-7 lead over Pennsylvania.
He wanted to get a little more air under it and make it a little bit further. He wanted to hit that back pylon, and it just came up short.
That had shades of Drew Aller against Oregon written all over it. Put just a little touch on the ball, and that's a touchdown.
Absolutely.
So, here comes Ohio. Again, 44.6 seconds on the clock here. Let's see here, number 14. That's Ian Starkey in the backfield. He's going to be flanked by Hefner and Hinchcliffe. Jet sweep handoff to Hefner. He is going to get hit at the 10 as he shakes off a tackle and falls forward to the 12-yard line. So Ohio could run one more play if they want to. They don't necessarily have to, but let's see what Coach Dominic Perry has called here for Ohio. We're at 20 seconds to go here now in this first half. Again, Ohio holding a 16-7 lead over Pennsylvania in this 47th annual Penn-Ohio Football Classic. Looks like that is going to be our last play of the half. So Ohio will take a 16-7 lead heading into the locker room. We will send it off to a word from our sponsors here in just a moment and be back to talk about the first half here in just a few. So stay tuned.
For over a decade, Circle W Sports has delivered top-tier athletic websites and helped numerous student athletes get noticed. Now, we're taking things to the next level with Showcase. We've reimagined everything, combining the power of our proven platform into one sleek, all-in-one profile that's customizable, dynamic, and built just for you. No more juggling multiple profiles. No more messy links. Every Showcase tier includes a personalized QR code and short link, making it easier than ever to share your story, anytime, anywhere. Think of it as your own digital scrapbook. Post highlights, add workout clips, upload photos, share your stats, achievements, and more, all in one place. Whether you're chasing scholarships, creating your personal brand with our name, image, and likeness offerings, or you just want to show off your grind, Showcase puts your journey front and center with packages starting at $9.99 per month. It's your game, your story, your future. Get noticed, get recruited, and most importantly, get ahead with Showcase.
Thank you for calling Promises Internet Service. Please remain on the line. Due to high call volume around the world, it's likely you'll be on hold for well over an hour.
Get faster speeds for less money than the national companies at Center Wisp in Central Pennsylvania. Center Wisp is your fast local internet provider. For more information, go to centerwisp.com. That's CENTREWISP.com. Now with faster speeds.
You want to be able to play as hard as you can, as safe as you can.
Whenever I have the safe cap on, it absorbs most of the blow.
You can tell it's a little bit softer. When you get hit, it's just like kind of bounces off instead of reverberates through your helmet.
So when we look at those tests, when we had a safer cover on a football helmet, on average, it reduced accelerations by 11%.
The Cobalt Plus headset system delivers proven performance along with more users, more flexibility. That's why coaches across Pennsylvania trust Cobalt Plus. CoachComm makes tough headset systems for tough teams. We build headsets to help teams win. Call or click to learn more about Cobalt Plus from the proven leader in football communications.
I would recommend becoming an official because you can feel like you're a part of a sport that you love.
We officiate for the athletes and for the sport that we love, and so as long as you keep them first, then it's going to be a great experience.
So the money I make from officiating for the past few years, I put all that money into savings to pay to finish my college education. In 6 months when I complete that, I will not be in any debt.
Officiating the state championship and getting that call to officiate the state championship was an emotional thing for me, just because of what I've been through, you know, the ups and downs, and getting that call really meant a lot to me. Sometimes I see student athletes that I officiated years and years ago, and they say, "Man, you did a great job. Thanks for everything you've done."
Touchdown! Juggled and caught!
PAFootballnews.com and CWTAP. Tap into the state. PAFootballnews.com and CWTAP presents their weekly highlight show, bringing you, the viewers and fans, the best of the weekend's high school and college football action and interviews from all over the state of Pennsylvania. And introducing The View from the Sidelines, where you, the fans, can send in clips of your favorite team or athletes. Simply email your links or clips to Billy@PAFootballnews.com with the subject line, The View, by Sunday morning, and we'll try and present them on the program. PAFootballnews.com and CWTAP Tap into the State. Our weekly highlight show every Tuesday at 9 on CWTAP and the next morning streaming on PFN. We got you covered.
The very fact that you're still breathing right now is evidence that God has not given up on you and your story isn't over.
If you're hurting, if you need hope, if you want to ignite the fire of Jesus in your life, the Story Tour is for you.
You're in this place tonight because God's not done.
God is bigger than whatever you're facing, and if he was willing to move in the life of this ex-drug addict, there's no mountain he won't move.
Found and Favored Ministries presents The Story Tour, a one-night event for the hurting and struggling, featuring the music of Alan Scott Band. God stories from across the country.
My name is Lisa, and for 40 years, I've struggled with shame because I had an abortion.
My name's Ken. I stepped away from a 17-year marriage. I stepped away from a 7-year-old daughter.
My story wasn't over.
My story wasn't over.
God is so much bigger than whatever you're facing.
Your story isn't over.
Your story isn't over.
Pastor and suicide survivor, Travis Habersham.
God loves to take the menaces of society and turn them into walking miracles of his glory.
The testimony of ex-drug addict Alan Scott.
I was a drug addict and a thief, but 18 years ago, God set me free and gave me a hope and a future.
Join us for an incredible night that will encourage you to believe that God can heal any hurt, move any mountain, and restore any situation. The Story Tour. For more info, visit thestorytour.org.
Friday night, cold breath hanging in the parking lot. Cleats on concrete, hear the echo pop. Letters on our jackets, stitched in white. Mothers praying, fathers holding tight. Rust on the bleachers, sky like steel. Every hit tonight is gonna feel real. Small town hearts beating out our chest. This is where they put us to the test. Hands to the sky, hear the crowd ignite. Every shadow sharpening in the lights. We've been waiting all damn week for this. No turning back when the whistle hits. Under the Friday lights we rise. Painted lines, fire in our eyes. Hear the thunder when the stands collide. This is our town, this is our fight. We don't bend, we don't break tonight. Blood and breath in the freezing white. When the world fades out, this is where we stand. Under the Friday lights, Pennsylvania. Helmet cracked, but the will's still strong. 4th and inches, gotta carry on. Band plays loud like a battle cry. Every mile of home and that sound tonight. Grass stains deep on our worn out knees. Dreams stitched tight in burgundy. Win or lose, we leave it here. Every ounce, every doubt, every fear. Heartbeats sink to the kickoff drum. Whole damn town counting down from 1. If this is all we ever get, we're gonna make 'em never forget. Under the Friday lights we rise. Painted lines, fire in our eyes. Hear the thunder when the stands collide. This is our town, this is our fight. We don't bend, we don't break tonight. Blood and breathe in the freezing white. When the world fades out, this is where we stand. Under the Friday lights, Pennsylvania. You feel it in your bones when the cold cuts deep. Every promise you were told to keep. Name on the back, pride on the front. Give me one more play, just one.
Circle W Sports is the complete all-in-one platform for high school sports, designed by former athletes, coaches, and athletic directors. Circle W Sports gives school and team personnel an easier solution to run their entire athletic departments with the help of these features. League Manager makes creating master schedules a breeze. Configure your divisions, build schedules, track league all-stars, and much, much more. Referee Manager helps assign and track game officials in the same platform. And with RefPay, your officials can get paid within hours instead of days or weeks. Enjoy live scoring and statistical services through our Performance Tracker and Stat Tracker apps. Learn how to track your workout or camp and combine statistics in real time. Then create any type of report after your results are tallied. The Stat Tracker app helps keep your fans involved, whether they are in the stands or at home.
We hope you're enjoying the broadcast of the 47th annual Penn-Ohio Classic here at Geneva College, Reeves Field. Ohio leads Pennsylvania 16-7 at halftime. Today's game is also brought to you by Patriot Landscaping, the complete landscaping services, mowing, walls, patios, pool excavations, fall and spring cleanup, landscaping, anything you need in central Pennsylvania. Contact Dave at 814-380-6273. That's Patriot Landscaping. Today's game is also brought to you by Leading Edge Fundraising. If you need to raise funds for your program, team, school, or group, contact leadingedgefundraising.com/contact, and they'll get you set up and on your way to a bigger bank account. We'll be back with a recap of the first half and a kickoff of the second half after these messages from our sponsor.
My name is Carlos Bradley. I'm a former NFL player and currently chairman of Safer Sports. What is Safer Sports? We are a soft shell technology company. Our product, the Safer Helmet Cover, has been tested at Virginia Tech Helmet Lab and is proven to reduce the risk of concussion by as much as 77%. So if you have a youth league, a high school or college, and you want to be safer, get in touch with safersports.com.
CoachComm is the proven and trusted leader in coaching communications. For over 30 years, we've built our business on innovation and winning, with the goal to equip your team with the best coaching communication available. 97% of all FBS programs and thousands of high schools and colleges across the U.S. choose CoachComm because CoachComm has the experience and the know-how to provide the very best in technology and winning solutions.
Thank you for calling Promises Internet Service. Please remain on the line. Due to high call volume around the world, it's likely you'll be on hold for well over an hour.
Get faster speeds for less money than the national companies at CenterWisp in central Pennsylvania. CenterWisp is your fast local internet provider. For more information, go to centerwisp.com. That's CENTREWISP.com. Now with faster speeds.
Once again, we want to thank you for tuning in to the 47th annual Penn-Ohio State Line Football Classic live at Geneva College here at halftime. Ohio holds a 16-7 lead over Pennsylvania team. Ohio has been dominating this entire first half. We're going to come back in just another minute and give you a rundown of the first half, and we'll be here for the second half kickoff.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Halftime at the 47th annual Penn-Ohio Football Classic. Ohio leads Pennsylvania 16-7, and Coach, after that first play from scrimmage by Pennsylvania, it's been all Ohio ever since.
Yes, I know. Pennsylvania found it very difficult offensively to move the ball, especially running the ball. The only kind of offensive success that they've had was that last series right before the half, and which led to a interception.
Yeah, so far Ohio manhandling Pennsylvania up front in the trenches there, getting both a good push from the offensive defensive line. Ohio's had a lot of big ground plays here so far too.
They have they're just turning out first downs. They're just turning out big, they're just big clip run plays, 8 to 10 yards. They aren't at all behind the sticks. Like they're ahead of the sticks. They're getting first downs. They're moving the ball. And then Thomas from I believe West Branch. He's just electrifying. He's a talent and a half, and Pennsylvania just finds it difficult to handle him.
Yeah, absolutely, and we'll see what Pennsylvania does here. They'll start out with a ball again. They deferred the opening coin toss, so Ohio started out with things. So that should help get Pennsylvania a little bit, hopefully a little momentum here coming out to start second half.
Absolutely. They need to, if they want to have any chance to climb back in this game, they have to, they got to sustain a pretty good drive, and they got to punch the ball in punch it in the end zone.
So the halftime clock has just expired. We have 3 minutes to allow the teams to warm up here. So both kind of going through final preparations here before we start the second half. Coach, just any more analysis from the first half that you can provide?
Not really. I mean, like, it's pretty self-explanatory. Like, Ohio just dominated they dominated the trenches. They were, offensively, defensively. They just had their way with Pennsylvania. I mean, Pennsylvania at spurts made some plays and stuff. They just did not make enough plays. Ohio's just, they're just controlling the run game. That's just the tail of the game. I mean, really, there's really not much else to, say about it.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think Pennsylvania guys, they're going to have to rely on the passing game. It was successful for them. Dink and dunk here and there. Maybe speed that game up a little bit. But definitely, they have nothing on the line. They're not moving the line at all.
Yes.
Maybe use a little passing to open up the run game for them. Their passing game has been successful.
Yeah, no, Stuckey did a nice job there the last drive to get him down into scoring position there, at least give them a shot at retaking the lead, if not, tying the game up there. But just Ohio doing a good job up front.
And he was just a little short on that pass. He had the man open in the end zone. Yeah. He was open.
Yes.
He was open.
Yeah, so a minute 23 here before we get going here in the second half. Again, Pennsylvania will be on the receiving end.
Once again,
the kickoff here.
We'd like to thank Leading Edge for being a sponsor of this broadcast. Coach Com, better communications on your sidelines, Safer Sports, providing helmet covers to keep our kids safer. I want to thank Circle W Sports for being a sponsor on this broadcast, and we'd like to welcome our viewers at CWTAP, our partner television station. Alex Polkaman Fidrzewski, the owner, doing a great job with CWTAP, and we are pleased and proud to be partners with Alex and CWTAP. And we're pleased to bring you something that you don't get to normally see in the Allentown, Bethlehem, southeastern Pennsylvania area. We're bringing you all-star games from all over the state of Pennsylvania this summer. Tomorrow night, once again, we're going to be live on PAFootballNews.com with the Lesser Lumber game, the classic put on by the CPFCA. That's the Central Pennsylvania Football Coaches Association. These are teams from like State College, Central Mountain near the Lock Haven area, Mifflin County. These are teams from Clearfield and Johnstown, or that whole area there. Central Pennsylvania, the football teams, Bald Eagle area,
St. Mary's,
District
9.
Yeah, District 9 and District 6 teams. So we're proud to bring you that game. Kickoff is again tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. And here we go, guys.
Yeah, here we go. So Ohio has it teed up here, and we are just moments away from starting the second half. Number 4, Tayshawn Lewis and Khalil Johnson are back deep for Pennsylvania. There's the kick that's going to be taken by Lewis, I believe, here. He's out across the 30 up to the 35. He's got a seam on the sideline, and he will get brought down around the 48-yard line. So Pennsylvania, coach, in good starting field position to start the second half.
Absolutely. That is something that they needed. It was a little bit of a confident booster there. And they got a half field to work with.
So 1st and 10 from the 48 for Pennsylvania. Travis Clear, the Beaver quarterback, back in the gun. There's the snap. Clear drops back, scans the field. He wants to go deep again, and he has a man, but overshoots him. So second down coming up off the incomplete pass.
Look for Pennsylvania to go back to something similar to that. He was wide open, and he just overshot him.
He was looking for Julian Baldwin, number 17 from Hopewell on the pass, and overshot him by a good 10 to 15 yards. Otherwise, we're sitting at a 3-point ball game. So 2nd and 10, Pennsylvania at their own 48-yard line. Clear back in the shotgun. We have two receivers top side, and we have a double tight end set. It looks like we are going to have an illegal formation here. Flag is on the play. Yeah, it looks like an illegal formation being called on Pennsylvania. Need to have one of those H-backs up on the line of scrimmage there. So that'll set PA back.
They're going to decline.
Nope, they're going to decline the penalty. So we have 3rd and 10 now from the 48. Clear getting the play from the sidelines here. He brings it back into the huddle. 11:35 here to go in this third quarter. Pennsylvania trails Ohio 16-7.
That's a good decision by Ohio to decline it. Pennsylvania's kind of been struggling a little bit offensively, so that was a good decision on them.
All right, so we have a double twin set here now. 2 receivers close to us, 2 up top. Clear gets the snap back, drops back, fires, finds Julius Best. He is going to get past the sticks and get the yardage he needs for the first down to the Ohio 38-yard line. So that's going to set Pennsylvania up nicely with another first down. Lucas Adams on the stop for Ohio. Again, now ball into Ohio territory following a 14-yard pass. So Pennsylvania at the Ohio 38 here with 11:15 to go here. Clear gets a play in.
Big third down play for Pennsylvania.
That was a huge third down. That's got to be a momentum, booster after the way the half ended. So a little pitch out to Lewis here. Lewis is going to get brought down close to the 30-yard line over by his sidelines as the number 2 Lucas Adams goes flying out of bounds over near the Pennsylvania sideline. So 5-yard gain here down to the ball up to the 32-yard line. So Pennsylvania now with about a 2nd and 4 coming up here after Best's run of 6 yards on the previous play. Pennsylvania breaks the huddle. Clear in the backfield. Lewis sidecar off to his right. There's a snap, and again, another pitch out to Lewis. Same play. Lewis almost loses his footing out of bounds. We do have a flag on the play, and Lewis is going to get dragged out of bounds down near the 20, but we'll see what the flag is here.
That looks like it's in a holding territory right there.
Yeah, potentially. So as we figure out what is going on here, so the ball's going to be put down at the 23-yard line, so they're going to wave the flag off. So Pennsylvania will have a first down at the 23. First down, Pennsylvania, with 10:09 left to play here in the third quarter. Clear has his team up to the line and ready for play here. Number 7, Jake McNabb back in the backfield now beside Clear. McNabb's pass is going to get thrown out to Julius Best on a little swing pass out on the left side, and Best is going to be close to a first down for Pennsylvania.
That was a good little play by Pennsylvania. That was good blocking on the receiver out there on the far side to help bring him for a first down.
Well, they faked me out because I thought McNabb had it. So nice job there by Clear and McNabb on the quarterback to running back fake there for a little play action pass. It's going to be 2nd and 3 from the 16-yard line coming up here for Pennsylvania. We are under 10 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Ohio holding a 16-7 lead. PA breaks the huddle. Looks like we're going to have 2 receivers near side, tight end, and an H-back up our side. Now Clear and Khalil Johnson doing a little further discussion. H-back in motion to the right. Clear gets the snap, steps back in the pocket. Now he's going to work his way up, and he is going to get sacked back at the 20-yard line.
That Ohio defensive line, that they just kind of swarmed him. if he had a little bit of time, he did have number 21 wide open. Marino Jr. from Beaver was wide open. He had inside. So he got inside the defensive backer.
Ball's going to get placed back at the 21-yard line. So we're going to have 3rd and 8 coming up here on the play for Pennsylvania. Clear getting the play call from the sideline.
16-yard line. More than likely, this is two down territory.
Yeah, you would think, especially being down by 9 points here. And 3rd for Pennsylvania, so double twin set for Pennsylvania. Clear and McNabb in the backfield. Clear gets the snap. He's going to immediately fire it out to Best. Best catches it. He is going to get hit immediately. He's going to get stopped at the 16. So 6-yard pickup for Pennsylvania, and they'll have about a 4th and 3 coming up here, and it looks like they're going to bring on the field goal unit coach. Number 19, Rocco Mercantonio, on to attempt a 33-yard field goal from the hold of Garrett Drew Tatarski. Snap down, kick is up, plenty of distance, and it looks like that is going to be right down Broadway. So give Pennsylvania 3 points. They cut the lead down to 16-10. 7 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Pennsylvania strikes for the first time in the second half here. So
this is a big confidence booster for Pennsylvania to get points on the board. They just need a 3 and out right now if they want to have any chance to get back in this game. They cannot let Ohio just run the ball.
I was just about to say they're going to have to get a lot tougher on the defensive line there if they want to keep Ohio, from moving the sticks on the ground here. So with Pennsylvania teeing the ball up here.
On PAFootballnews.com. Got you covered.
That's what happens when you sit next to the announcer.
Landon Hefner, back deep to receive for Ohio. 3 back deep now. Looks like Hefner, Jeremiah Thomas, and I believe that's Ryan Smith all the way up top for Ohio. So here is the kick. Game back underway, and we are going to have a touchback as Hefner fields it in the end zone. So automatic touchback in Pennsylvania high school football. So Ohio will start at their own 20, 1st and 10.
Coach, not a bad call to go for the field goal, make it a 6-point game. It's not a bad call at all. And once again, the passing game is kind of there for Pennsylvania.
It is, yeah. They've just, kind of couple miscommunications there and, one costly drop so far. But at least, now they're back in, single possession here. So Ohio gets ready to take the field. Cletus Monroy in the backfield. He's going to be flanked by Ashton Hinchcliffe here. So the starter's back in. Monroy gets the snap. He's going to fake it to Hinchcliffe, and he's going to get hit immediately and dropped for just a short game.
11.
Jamison Feely on the tackle for Pennsylvania. 1 yard gain for Ohio. So it's 2nd and 9 at the 21 now. So
Pennsylvania did a very good job there, getting penetration and then just, gang tackling.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Much better start from what we saw the first half out of the Pennsylvania defense. So Monroy now 2nd and 9. Gets the snap. He's going to fire it out immediately. That is number 2. That is Will Harmon, Close to a first down. We're going to have, it looks like about 3rd and 2 up to the 28. So 3rd down coming up here for Ohio.
For your convenience, where you can purchase a variety of refreshments. They have buffalo chicken dip, Arby's, and nachos left to sell.
All right, here here we go. 3rd down and 2 to go for Ohio here. Ball is on the 28-yard line. Monroy's going to hand it off to Hinchcliffe. He's going to go right up the gut, breaks out of a couple tackles here. He's still on his feet and gets up close to the 45-yard line as he gets drilled out of bounds on the Ohio sideline. Regardless, 1st down, Ohio. Nice run there by Hinchcliffe to keep his feet moving. And
that was all the runner, too, on that one.
Absolutely.
Pennsylvania's tackling there wasn't really the best.
Balls get spotted on the 44-yard line of Ohio. 1st down and 10 for the Ohio All-Stars. 2 receivers near us as Hinchcliffe again is going to run it, and he's going to get strung out and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Great open field tackle there by number 20, Khalil Johnson, and number 10, Jack Miles.
That was a very good job there. Defensive end, linebacker, and then obviously the corner there making a play.
Yeah, nice flow up field there by the Pennsylvania defense. So 2nd and 10 here for the Ohio All-Stars. They're going to run a trip set up top here to the screen over by their sideline. They will have Jeremiah Thomas as the lone receiver closest to us. Monroy in the backfield. Hinchcliffe still there. Fake it to Hinchcliffe. Monroy is going to keep it. He keeps his feet going. He's going to get up to the 49 and set up a 3rd and mid-distance here for the Ohio All-Stars.
Cletus Monroy on the carry. Met by Nate Reed, Tyler Richards, and Ethan Shearer.
Pennsylvania having a tough time bringing the runners down.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say Smith runs hard. Hinchcliffe runs hard. Monroy, for his size, runs very hard. So, but Pennsylvania doing a much better job here in this second half. Stringing out the Ohio defense, limiting the ground gain here. So, Monroy back in the backfield, trip set up top. He's going to throw immediately up to Johnson. Johnson picks up a couple blocks, makes a couple men miss. Now he's going backwards, runs into his own guy, and what could have been a 6-yard gain and potentially a 1st down is only going to be a 2-yard gain as Johnson gets brought down at the Pennsylvania 49.
Johnson did way too much dancing there. He just should have turned forward and just got what he could there.
Absolutely, yep. Put your foot in the dirt and go. So we have 4th and 3 coming up here for Ohio. Looks like they're going to keep the offense out on the field here. Johnson gets the play call from the sideline. He'll bring it into Monroy at the huddle. 3:50 to go here in this 3rd quarter.
This is a huge play for Pennsylvania's defense right here. If they get this stop, great field position.
Ohio up to the line of scrimmage. Again, pistol set with Monroy. Thomas, the lone receiver, closest to us. Direct snap to Monroy. He's going to run right up the gut, finds a hole, puts his head down, is going to get a 1st down to the Pennsylvania 40-yard line. He needed 3. He got 9. Great run there by Cletus Monroy.
That's good enough for Ohio. 1st down.
So Ohio will keep the drive alive. 3:19 to go. Ball's going to get spotted at the 41-yard line. So that's an 8-yard run there by Monroy. But regardless, what a run there out of the Salem quarterback.
I will give Pennsylvania's defense a little bit of credit. Like, they get them to 3rd down. They get them to 4th down. They just can't make that big play. That's all.
So Ohio breaks the huddle. 2:53 on the clock here. Monroy's going to get them all lined up. Looks like Hinchcliffe is in the backfield off to Monroy's right. It looks like Ryan Smith is off to his left. Pass goes out to Jeremiah Thomas. Thomas is going to cut upfield. 1st down for Ohio. He's going to get brought down at the 25-yard line.
Thomas is a slippery receiver, and again, you got to get him. You got to get hands on him. You got to get him down.
So as we were getting the lowdown on all the game rules for tonight, most all-star games, they want you to play, traditional heads-up man. No coverage rules here for or in this All-Star game, so Pennsylvania can choose to play whatever defensive coverage they want. You would think they would put a little more pressure on Thomas off the line of scrimmage and not let him just run free. So Monroy in the backfield. Thomas, the lone receiver closest to us. Handoff goes to Ryan Smith. He is off around the left edge. Gain of about 6, maybe make it 8, excuse me, and we're going to have a late flag after the play. See what the call is. Smith is down to the 17-yard line of Pennsylvania, but this one might be coming back after the fact. So we have a dead ball, personal foul on Pennsylvania and Ohio. So we have offsetting penalties. So play will stand, or no, so play's coming. Oh, no, sorry. Excuse me. That was a dead ball personal foul on Ohio. I believe the White Hat pointed the wrong way up front or at first. So Ohio now way behind the sticks, and they are going to be back at their 32-yard line.
You just can't have stuff like that. Like, you got to do a better job as a player keeping your head and keeping your cool.
Especially, you're dominating the line up front. Your running back just rattles off a big game like that. Then you go and do something, not so smart there and get your team penalized. So Monroy back in the backfield. He was looking up top to Thomas. Good coverage on the play there by Tayshawn Lewis. So ball goes over Thomas's head, falls incomplete. So we'll have third down, coming up. 3rd and 17 from the 32-yard line for Ohio.
You pretty much got to believe this is 2-down territory for Ohio right now, too.
Absolutely. They're kind of in that no man's, like,
gray area.
Can't punt. They don't have a kicker. They're looking. I would imagine they're probably going to try to get something to get probably half of this yardage back.
So trip set up top for Ohio. Thomas, the lone receiver closest to us here, near side. Monroy and Hinchcliffe in the backfield. Snap goes back to Monroy. He's going to roll out. Screen pass out to Hinchcliffe. He's got blockers wide or in front of him. Touchdown, Ohio. Monroy to Hinchcliffe, 32 yards, and Ohio strikes again, Coach.
Yes, they did. That was a very good play call by the Ohio offensive coordinator there. They just they got Pennsylvania coming upfield, and they just dumped it right down, and running back did all the work for them.
Great execution there on the fake between Monroy and Hinchcliffe, with Monroy finding Hinchcliffe on the screen pass. You got a couple of nice blocks out on the edge there for his wide receivers and his line. And now Ohio will line up and go for 2 as they lead 22-10 over Pennsylvania with 1:18 left to play here in the third quarter.
Watch for the run pass option. I would imagine they're probably going to do something off the edge.
So it looks like we got a double tight end set here with Thomas, the lone wide receiver closest to us. Monroy, hands off, easy touchdown run there by Ryan Smith. 2-point conversion is good. That pushes the score now to 24-10 in favor of Ohio with 1:18 left to go here. So nice job there by Ohio to answer back after the Pennsylvania field goal and increase the lead back to 14.
Oh, I made that look easy on that 2-point conversion.
Yeah. All 3 of their 2-point conversions so far.
Absolutely.
Have looked fairly easy, and they've run, the same play the 2 times in a row down at the opposite end with Monroy there. And then, this time they turn and give right to Smith. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're running the ball well, so I keep doing
they are. Yes, they are. They are definitely they're controlling the clock. They're picking up big yardage, picking up big plays. Obviously, the scoreboard shows that.
Absolutely here. So as Pennsylvania takes the field, looking to get back here, cut the lead back down a little bit closer here. Again, down 14, 24-10. See what Pennsylvania dials up here.
Pennsylvania needs a pretty good return here. They cannot let this ball go in the end zone. They can't fumble the ball. They need a pretty good. They need to get a pretty good return here.
So number 54 has it teed up for Ohio. That is either Nate Stull, Luke McMillan, or Avery Klingensmith. So there's 3 number 54s out on the roster there, but we are ready to go here. Ball is off the tee. Lewis, I believe it, or no, excuse me, that is Johnson is going to pick it up. He's going to get up to the 30 and then get rustled down over by the Ohio sideline. So Pennsylvania will take over right around their 30-yard line. 1st and 10, and we do have a flag down.
And I'll say this for Ohio's kickoff. All circumstances, not having a kicker, their kicking game, their kickoff team has been fairly effective.
Yeah, ironically.
Yeah.
So we have flag on the play, I believe. Let's see, here we go. Here's a signal. We have a personal foul on Ohio. So Pennsylvania will take over at their 44-yard line to set up 1st and 10 here. 1:10 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
That's definitely a big help for Pennsylvania.
Yeah, absolutely. So see if Pennsylvania can build off the momentum of their last drive here, as looks like Clear is back in the backfield. Jake McNabb from West Allegheny in the backfield off to his right. Fake to McNabb. Clear, looking deep. He has number 21, Philip Marino. Pass is going to get broken up on the play, though. Good looking pass. Nice play on the defensive side there. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Pennsylvania.
The Ohio DB, he had pretty good position there. He made a good play.
Another flag down here. Let's see what the call ends up being. So dead ball, another personal foul. This time it's on Pennsylvania. Well, it looks like we have offsetting penalties. So we'll stay with 2nd and 10 here from the Pennsylvania 44. So exactly 1 minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Pennsylvania trailing Ohio in this 47th annual Penn-Ohio Football Classic, 24-10. Pennsylvania to the line. Clear calls out the cadence. He's going to fake it to McNabb, keeps it, tucks around the left side, and he is going to dance his way out of bounds for a short gain of about 3 yards on the play. So we have 3rd down coming up here for Pennsylvania. 3 yards on the play up to the 47. Pennsylvania facing 3rd down and 7 with 42.7 seconds to go.
That was our guy Deacon on the screen right there. Bill Spiker down there taking pictures for the website. There'll be a nice gallery on our website in the morning. We got Shane and Bruce Lux down on the sidelines doing the Twitter and video highlights. We'll have a highlight reel to go along with being able to watch this game again.
So Clear calls the play. Pennsylvania about ready to break the huddle. Again, 42.7 seconds. They trail Ohio 24-10 here. 3rd quarter. Pennsylvania now to the line. 2 receivers up top. 1 near side. McNabb in the backfield. Clear gets it, drops back. Now he steps up in the pocket, looking downfield for Best. Best tips it to himself, stays with it. He's going to get brought down at the 5-yard line. Great concentration there by Julius Best to hang with the play and make something out of nothing and set Pennsylvania up for a 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? So it looks like Pennsylvania will have 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. 50-yard completion from Travis Clear to Julius Best. Again, just absolute tremendous concentration there by Best. Tipped it to himself, played it off the carom and took it another 30 to 35 yards there before being brought down. So that'll do it for the third quarter, with Ohio leading Pennsylvania 24-10. But Pennsylvania is going to have first and goal from the 3-yard line as we start the first quarter. We're going to send it out to break and be back for the start of the fourth quarter in just a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen. Footballnews.com. You can watch the game in its entirety on PAFootballnews.com.
All right, welcome back to Geneva College. We are about ready to get this fourth quarter of the 47th annual Penn-Ohio Football Classic started. Pennsylvania with the ball at the Ohio 3-yard line. They'll have first and goal set up, but they trail 24-10.
They got 4 cracks to get it in, and they have to get it in.
Absolutely.
3's not going to cut it.
No. Now's the time you got to lay it all out on the line here. So Clear and McNabb will be in the backfield. Oh, first time here. Clear is going under center for the evening. Little wing T set here, and we're going to have a flag on the play, and it looks like a potential false start.
Yeah, the right tackle moved on that one. Sorry, the right guard. It was the right guard that moved on that one. Not what you want to do after a timeout.
Yeah.
Going into the fourth quarter, you're down close to scoring position, and you give up 5 yards.
Very frustrating for a head coach.
Absolutely, yeah, especially off.
It's got to be the worst penalty for a head coach ever. After a timeout, you get a false start.
I agree.
So Pennsylvania now, first and goal from their 8-yard line. Again, still trailing 24-10 here. Clear is now back in the shotgun after going old school single wing football. Clear gets a snap. Ooh, a little tight end reverse to McNabb. McNabb's going to take it down to about the 4-yard line, so it gets almost all the penalty yardage back. So Pennsylvania will have a second and goal from the 4-yard line coming up.
That was a nice little play by Pennsylvania. Caught Ohio a little off guard.
Yeah, no, nice little inside handoff to McNabb coming around from the H-back spot. You know, they haven't had a whole lot of success running the ball tonight. So a nice little, I wouldn't necessarily call it a trick play, but a nice little gadget play, you know, kind of shake things up a little bit here for Pennsylvania.
They're about where they started, maybe a yard or so back. But, again, they need to get the ball in the end zone. They can't.
So Clear breaks the huddle for Pennsylvania. We initially had one wide receiver either way. Now we're going to have a tight end trip set as Best works his way over to the slot on the left side. Clear fakes. He's going to go right up the middle for the touchdown. Touchdown, Pennsylvania. 10:53 to go. And there we go. Back to almost a one-score game here as it's now 24-16. Pennsylvania cutting into Ohio's lead here.
They had the Ohio team flow into their left, and they just ran it right up the middle there.
Rocco Marcantino back to kick. There's a snap, ball down, kick is up, plenty of leg. That kick is good. So the lead is now 7. Pennsylvania trails 24-17, 10:53 to play here in the fourth quarter of the Penn-Ohio Football Classic. So nice drive there by Pennsylvania to get the lead back within one possession here as we still have a lot of game left to play here in the fourth quarter.
Pennsylvania definitely answered. They answered it in a pretty demanding fashion. Not a crazy decision, but they might maybe look on side kick here. I don't think they will, but that's definitely something to explore.
Maybe a squib kick to kind of keep it out of Johnson and Smith's hands there, because I mean the three returners that Ohio has back between Johnson, Smith, and Landon Hefner have some speed that they've showcased here tonight. So Mercantino has everything lined up here. We are underway again. Booming kick down right near the goal line. Thomas is going to field it just ahead of the end line. He is past the 20, finds a seam out to the 35, and he is going to get run out of bounds close to the 40-yard line. And we have another flag down here after the play was over. So Ohio could have some really good starting field position here, potentially in Pennsylvania territory, Coach.
Yes, absolutely. That was a very good return there. I thought at first that was going to go in the end zone.
I did too.
That just was a little short, and they made a very good return on that.
Yeah, Thomas did a nice job of kind of slow playing it, waiting for his blocking to get set up before he, put the foot down on the turf and cut up field. So looks like a personal foul penalty against Pennsylvania, late hit out of bounds. So Ohio's going to have great starting field position here for this ensuing drive at the Pennsylvania 48-yard line with 10:42 left to go here, holding a 7-point lead.
Again, frustrating for a coach. You get back in the game a little bit, and then you give them 15 more yards.
So Starkey now back in at quarterback for Ohio. He is going to turn and hand off. I did not catch the number. That was Smith on the carry. He is going to get a couple yards up to about the 45. Give him 3 on the play. So 2nd and 7 now, Ohio from the Pennsylvania 45.
Now, the one thing with Starkey is not a runner. More than likely, he's going to be handing it off to the running back.
Well, it's a good thing they have a pretty talented backfield here between, Smith, Hinchcliffe, and Hefner. So it looks like Hinchcliffe is off to the sidecar by Starkey. We have a trips set down low. Thomas up top. Pass, screen pass, going out to, I believe.
That was a live ball, guys.
That was a live ball there, yeah. So I believe that was Nate Alexander, who Starkey was looking for. Live ball because it didn't go past the line of scrimmage. Heads up play there by Ohio to jump on the ball and keep possession. However, they're going to lose 7 yards on the play, back to their 48.
One of the things as a coach, you got to tell your players to play to the whistle. You don't hear a whistle, you have to play to the whistle.
Absolutely. Yep. Fundamentals of football. Play until you hear a whistle and go all out. So 3rd down and 13 coming up here from the Ohio 48-yard line. Starkey back in the backfield. That's Smith off to his left. Starkey fakes it to Smith. Now he's rolling out to his left, looking downfield for Thomas. He's going to catch it, but he's going to be a couple yards short of the sticks down to the Pennsylvania 42. So he's going to be 4 yards short, but still that gives Ohio, a fighting chance here on 4th down. So
that was a very good pass by Starkey. And that was pretty good toe touching with the receiver.
Yeah, Thomas is, really, put on a masterpiece so far here tonight.
Yes, he has.
From his wide receiver play, the one series that he got, as quarterback, a kind of a wildcat look there for Ohio. Ohio taking a little bit of time here as we have 8:43 to go here before they get the play in. So we're going to have 4th and 4. Ball is at the Pennsylvania 42. Ohio has to get to the 38, and we are going to have a timeout taken by Ohio. Coach, what are you looking for Ohio to do here coming off of this timeout?
I'm looking for I'm looking for zone read play. I'm looking for something off tackle, quarterback keeping. I'm looking for something like that. They're probably more than likely they'll probably have Thomas back in there. And again, too, you got to have somebody eyeing Thomas. Like you can't leave him. You can't leave him go. You leave him go, he's going to be 42 yards later in the end zone.
Absolutely, yeah. So as Ohio figures out what they're going to call here for their fourth down play here again, 4th and 4 from the 42-yard line. They need to get to the Pennsylvania 38 to keep the drive alive. They have 8:43 to go, and they are holding a 7-point, 24-7 lead. So we'll see.
I'd like to thank our viewers from CWTAP for tuning into the game tonight. CWTAP, really local television.
Really local.
Really local
Really
television.
local. I like it. All right, so Ohio breaks the huddle off their side of the field. We are out of timeout. 4th and 4 coming up. Monroy back in at quarterback. Smith and Hinchcliffe. Hinchcliffe got a little bit of a quick start there. They are going to do a little double reverse pass up here. That is Thomas on the throwing end of things. He is going to get it off to, I am trying to find the number. My binoculars are failing me. That is number 25. Matt Evans, or no, excuse me, Eli Warner. Excuse me.
Coach, I don't know if you ever coach in one of these games, but no matter what you do when you set up an all-star game, there's always one trick play that you throw in to your
Absolutely.
Always one trick play.
I agree. You definitely empty out the playbook, and you definitely get stuff like that in.
Great pass there by Thomas, the lefty wide receiver, on the roll out, finding, I believe that was Eli Warner on the play. It is 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line for Ohio. Monroy turns hands off to Ryan Smith. Ryan Smith. He is going to get down inside or near the 10, and we're going to have another flag here. Things are starting to get a little chippy here.
That's going to go on Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Just a silly mistake,
Yeah. If there's anything I don't like about these all-star games, it's the chippiness, and everybody feels like
a great coach once told me,
prove their
John
stuff.
Franco, the great coach from Tyrone, told me the reason that this happens and he gets chippy in these all-star games is all season long you have 2 or 3 alphas on the field.
Yep.
Right here you have 22 alphas on the field. These are the best of the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
That's
He's
a
right.
great point.
Totally
So,
right.
Unsportsmanlike penalty on Pennsylvania is going to move the ball down to their 5-yard line. So Ohio will have a 1st and goal from the 5 with under 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go here as Jeremiah Thomas brings in the play from the sideline. Ohio is out of the huddle now. Monroy and Smith in the backfield. Snap. Hand off to Smith. Smith cuts. Easy touchdown. Seems like they've run that play a time or two tonight.
Absolutely.
Especially in goal line situations. Ryan Smith in from 5 yards out. Makes it a 30-17 lead now for Ohio. 7:15 remaining. And see if Ohio can convert the 2-point conversion here.
They've been 3 of 3 on so far, and I don't think Pennsylvania was even close to stopping any of those 3.
Yeah, it's not just a 3 of 3. It's been a very easy 3 of 3.
Yes.
So Thomas brings the call into the huddle from the sideline. Ohio now making their way up to the line of scrimmage. Monroy, Hinchcliffe in the backfield. Snap goes to Monroy. He's going to turn, hand it to, fake to Hinchcliffe, and he is going to have, I believe that was was that 23? Was that Lucas Black? I believe that was. Lucas Black on the receiving end of the 2-point conversion. Great fake from Monroy to Hinchcliffe. Had everybody fooled out. And he had
25.
Correction. Eli Warner. Again, regardless, he had him wide open in the flat for the 2-point conversion. That's going to push the score up to 32-17 now in favor of Ohio. So Pennsylvania again needs to pull some magic out of their.
Besides the
here.
turnover early in the game, has Pennsylvania stopped Ohio yet?
No.
I don't believe they have. I don't believe they have. That last drive by Ohio, that was very good play calling. There were a couple times where Pennsylvania, they helped them out with yardage too, but like the reverse pass, 2-point conversion, their play calling, you have to tip your hat to the offensive coordinator.
Absolutely, yeah. And, for Pennsylvania, the penalties certainly aren't doing themselves any favors.
No, it's not. And again, too, Pennsylvania gets them to third down, gets them to fourth down. They just can't get over that hump. They can't get that stop. They can't make that big play on defense.
So Ohio has the ball teed up and ready for play here at Reeves Field. We are back underway here. The up back, I believe that is number 17. That's Julian Baldwin is going to pick it up, and he is out past the 30, up to the 35 before being brought down here. So Pennsylvania will take over. Oh, they're going to spot him at the 36. So Pennsylvania will take over at the 36 and start their upcoming drive here.
If anything, if they do anything like they've been doing, this is going to be probably a long pass right here.
Yes,
absolutely. Time is definitely against Pennsylvania on offense.
Yep. And it looks like Stuckey is back in at quarterback for Pennsylvania. So we have Stuckey and Khalil Johnson in the backfield for Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania lined up in a double twin set here.
The Ohio DBs, they better have their running shoes on because I think Pennsylvania is going to pass the ball.
Yeah.
And the D line better have their ears pinned back, and that's just how I think it's going to go.
So let's see what we're doing here.
Some kind of conference down there on the sideline. I'm not exactly sure what the conference is about down there.
All right, now it looks like we're good to go here. So maybe not. Yeah, there we go. There's the ready for play signal. So MJ Stuckey back in at quarterback. Khalil Johnson off to his left. Shotgun snap back to Stuckey. He has plenty of time. Gets the ball off to Jared Moyer. Great pass there. Nice little dig route across midfield into Ohio territory down to the 47.
They gave Stuckey all day to throw the ball there. And, he was there all day.
17-yard pickup there for Pennsylvania. First down at the 47-yard line, excuse me. Tight end trip set up top for Pennsylvania. Stuckey scans the field, now rolls out of the pocket, dumps it off to, I believe that is Khalil Johnson. Johnson's going to go right up the gut there. Nice little move and cut for a big gain down to the 29-yard line. Excuse me, that was Tayshawn Lewis. Both him and Johnson have the same color helmets out there, so it's a little bit difficult to tell each other apart, but nice pickup there for Pennsylvania. Good job by Stuckey there to go through his reads and progressions and check it down out to the outside and pick up a first down.
Stuckey had all day to throw the ball. And
Sure
also
did.
credit to Moyer with the block there. He made a good block on that corner.
Stuckey with the ball. Again, scanning the field. He has a man wide open. That is Jack Miles, and Miles is going to take it down inside the 5. Oh, it looks like it's going to be right at the 5. However, it's a first and goal for Pennsylvania. 5:52 remaining. Pennsylvania 5 yards away from cutting the lead back down. Stuckey brings the play in from the sideline.
Their passing game's been very efficient.
I don't. Yes.
Ball snap to Stuckey. Stuckey's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to take it himself, and he has the corner. Touchdown, Pennsylvania. MJ Stuckey, 5-yard run there. Great read as Ohio had his receiver covered up. He was able to sneak out of the pocket and skirt his way into the end zone for 6.
That was very good recognition by Stuckey. Defensively, Ohio had that pretty well covered, and he stepped up, saw the seam, and he got in the end zone. Good job by him.
9-point lead here for Ohio. Rocco Marcantonio on the kick. Kick is no good. Look, more of a soccer style kick. I don't know if that went off the side of his foot. However, the lead is going to stay at 9 for Ohio. 32-23. Ohio leads over Pennsylvania. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here.
That's a big miss.
That's a two possession miss.
Exactly. And that's just, you want to get back in the game. You can't have that.
So, Marcantonio is teeing the ball back up here. We are going to get ready to resume play. The fast 3 of Smith, Thomas, and Hefner are back deep for Ohio. There is the kick. It's going to get fielded by Smith at the 4-yard. No, excuse me. That is Will Harmon. Excuse me. Harmon is going up across the 30 into about the 37, 38-yard line. And again, another flag on the play. Yep.
Definitely a late hit on that one.
That was a good return by Ohio. Again, you can't help out Ohio.
So with 5:08 left to play here, Ohio is going to have more excellent field position here to begin their drive, as a 15-yard penalty is going to be assessed to Pennsylvania for unnecessary roughness. So the ball will get placed at the Pennsylvania 47. Again, 5:08 to go here. Ohio holding a 32-23 lead. And they're going to have a first down in Pennsylvania territory again at the Pennsylvania 47.
Ohio, they're going to be in no rush. Pennsylvania, they got to strip the ball. They got to find a way to get that football back and get the offense back on the field.
Starkey back in at quarterback. He is going to hand off to Hefner. Hefner right up the middle, spins himself out of a tackle and on to a first down at the 35 of Pennsylvania. 12-yard run there. Great run by Landon Hefner.
Unfortunately, the clock. dropping the ball.
Yeah.
I really don't, like, again, I personally, would have ran the ball, but, turn out of time. But again, like, he had a step on him, and it just went right through his hands.
And Thomas is going to want that one back. He was just walking off the sideline there, kind of a little upset with himself. He knew he should have brought that one in, but hey.
Stuckey put it on the screws, too.
Sure did, yep. He lived to play another down. Third down from the 31. Handoff is going to go to, that is a new number. Let's see who we got. I believe that is number 23. That is Lucas Black. That is Lucas Black. We called his name earlier by mistake, but now he gets his name on the stat sheet there. Nice run. First down to the 21-yard line. So just outside of the red zone here for Ohio. 3:52 remaining on the clock, with Ohio just outside of the Pennsylvania red zone at the 21.
Ohio did a very good job staying in bounds there, keeping the clock moving.
So Starkey back in the backfield. Smith off to his left. He's going to turn, give it to Smith. A little jet sweep action there, and Smith is going to get up to the 14-yard line. Give him 7. 2nd and 3 coming up for Ohio. And it looks like we are going to have another Pennsylvania timeout, so they have 1 remaining here and 3 minutes and 19 seconds left to try and figure something out here.
Once again, tomorrow night, we will once again be live on PA Football News, bringing you another in our string of All-Star contests. The 42nd annual Lesser Lumber Football Classic, sponsored by the CPSDA, Pennsylvania Football Coaches Association. These are teams from Mifflin County and Center County, from up to Clearfield County, the center of the state, basically.
I-80 West.
It's always a good game. Lesser Lumber, great sponsor of that team.
So we are almost out of this timeout here. Pennsylvania is ready to go here on the defensive end. Ohio getting a final few talking points here for their second down play coming up. Again, 2nd and 3, ball is spotted at the 14-yard line. 3 minutes and 19 seconds remaining for Ohio. Starkey is going to remain in at quarterback. Hefner off to his left, and I believe that's Mikey Proctor off to his right. Fake. Starkey's going to keep it. He's up past the 10, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds right around the 4-yard line. So Ohio will have a 1st and goal coming up here. Ethan Shear on the stop for Pennsylvania.
For being not the most fleet of foot, Starkey, he runs the ball effective.
He does, yeah. All right, so we are on 3 minutes to go here, 2:56 on the clock and counting. Ohio has a 1st and goal set up at the 4-yard line here. Ohio making their way up to the line of scrimmage. Proctor deep in the back. Oh, no. Now him and Hefner trade places there. Starkey, he's going to keep it. Go off left tackle again. It's worked 4 times on the night, so why not make it a 5th? Touchdown, Ohio. Starkey in from 4 yards out. 2:24 left, and the score is now 38-23. So Ohio will go for 2 here.
Their run game, Ohio's, has just been dominating all night. I mean, Pennsylvania haven't had an answer at all for like anything Ohio threw at them.
So Ohio breaking the huddle, coming up to the line of scrimmage. Starkey stays in at quarterback. Hinchcliffe off to his left, Smith to his right. Fake from Starkey. He's looking to throw it, and he has Jeremiah Thomas wide open. Nice little slant route for the 2-point conversion. It's 40-23 in favor of Ohio. So that's pretty much going to wrap things up here for Ohio.
I believe that's their fifth 5 for 5.
Yeah,
for,
I think so.
For 2-point conversions, and then Stuckey throws a very good pass. He throws a very good ball.
I agree with that.
It's your resume. Yes.
So I think we have our Hall of Fame ballot voting figured out, or not Hall of Fame, but our MVP voting figured out here. So with 2:24 left to play in the 47th Penn-Ohio Football Classic, Ohio has a 40-23 lead, and they will get set here for the upcoming kickoff. All right, so Ohio getting everything teed up here to kick off. Best, Lewis, and Baldwin back deep for Pennsylvania here. And here we go. Squib kick. It's going to be picked up by Best. Stutter steps. Looking for, and now he's just going to run out of bounds, and he's going to get pushed hard. So there's another personal foul as Best goes flying out of bounds, as he was kind of gave himself up on the play, and he took a shot from an Ohio player there. So Pennsylvania will start out right around the 35, 40-yard line.
You can't have penalties like that.
Wow.
You just can't. Ohio with the lead. I mean, I know they're up multiple scores, but you still can't make it any, you can't make it any easier for them.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially in a game like this,
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that kind of drives me nuts about all-star games is just the unnecessary penalties and
Yep. This moment of the game too, there's tension, there's a little hot-headedness, frustration, happiness, there's a lot of emotions out there right now.
Yep. So Pennsylvania's going to have the ball at their 44-yard line following the penalty. 1st and 10, 2:14 left to play here. And Stuckey is back in at quarterback here with McNabb in the backfield. All right, we're going to line up and try this again. Stuckey in at quarterback again. McNabb off to his left. Stuckey looking back to pass. He rolls out, finds Best kind of tiptoeing along the sideline here. Gets the feet down in bounds before he falls out of bounds. Down to the Ohio 46 and a first down. Great job there by Best to keep both feet in, or keep, not both feet, but 1 foot in bounds there in high school. Boot the sticks into Ohio territory. Stuckey back to pass. Now he's going to roll out to his right. He's going to tuck and run, and he is going to get forced out of bounds, close to a first down, down near the 36-yard line.
Good job getting out of bounds also, too, by Stuckey. Stopping the clock.
They're going to give Stuckey the 10 yards on the play and the first down. So first down, Pennsylvania at the 36-yard line of Ohio. 1:57 left to go here in the game. Ohio leading Pennsylvania 40-23. And Stuckey is back in the huddle to call the upcoming play.
One thing I think Pennsylvania did a good job with was pass protecting. They have done a decent job of that.
Stuckey gets the snap. Little tunnel screen he was looking to set up to Julian Baldwin. That got deflected at the line of scrimmage there. I believe that was number 9 of Ohio, Quentin Taylor. Got his hand up.
Looked like a little miscommunication there. A little bit of a broken play, possibly.
2nd down and 10 now for Pennsylvania at the Ohio 36. Stuckey remains in at quarterback. McNabb off to his left. We are going to have a tight end trip set near side, and now everybody's going to adjust. So now we have a double slot. Stuckey passes to Miles, excuse me. Miles is going to take it down near the 30-yard line. Miles is going to get brought down at the 30. And we have another foul on the play. This is a personal foul, face mask. So move the ball up 15. So Pennsylvania has 1st and 10 at the Ohio 15 now.
Fortunately, Ohio, it's no excuse, but fortunately they got a 17-point lead here with 1:40 to go.
So Stuckey in the backfield with McNabb off to his left. Tight end trip set. Stuckey back to pass. He's going to fire out to McNabb in the flat. McNabb works his way up to the 10. And we're going to have about a 2nd and 5 coming up. Nope, they're putting him at the 11. So, yeah, 2nd and 6 coming up here. 1:23 to go here for Pennsylvania. Ball is going to be at the 11-yard line. Pennsylvania breaks the huddle. Stuckey getting his guys where they need to go. McNabb in the backfield. Stuckey gets the snap. Scanning the field. Now he's looking around. Now he's going to roll out. He is going to find, I believe, that is Jared Moyer. And Moyer is going to get knocked out of bounds down around the 2. So we will have a 1st and goal from the 2 for Pennsylvania with 54.4 seconds left to play.
There ain't no quit in this Pennsylvania team. They're fighting, clawing. They're looking to get the ball in the end zone here.
Pennsylvania breaks the huddle. McNabb in the backfield. Pennsylvania going for that single wing look here. Stuckey under center. Turns, hands off to McNabb. McNabb hit, dropped for about no gain. And we're going to have a timeout here. Pennsylvania takes a timeout with 45.1 seconds left to go here. Ball on the 2-yard line.
Ohio did a very good job getting to the heels of the Pennsylvania offensive linemen, and they just stuffed it.
So we'll see what head coach Patrick Feely has dialed up here for this 2nd down play coming up here. Again, 2nd and goal from the 2. 45.1 seconds to go. Ohio leads 40-23. Pennsylvania looking to get it down to a 10-point game here. Both teams are back on the field now. Stuckey in the gun with McNabb off to his right. Tight end trip set up top here for Pennsylvania. Snap goes to Stuckey. He's going to fire out to McNabb in the flat. Had one hand on it, couldn't complete the catch. Pass is going to fall incomplete, and that will bring up 3rd and goal from the 2.
That looked like a decent pass from Stuckey. Might have been slightly out of the reach of his hands, but looked like a good pass.
Yeah, he had him.
He was open for sure.
McNabb just couldn't complete the catch, similar to what they had down here at this end of the field, the end of the first half here. So Pennsylvania will line up and try it again. Stuckey back in the gun. McNabb the sidecar. Stuckey's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get into the end zone on the quarterback draw. And we have some more extracurricular activity going on here as a Pennsylvania offensive lineman basically pancaked the Ohio defensive player 5 yards out of bounds in the end zone. So,
do you hate to see that?
Yeah, just uncalled for.
Hate to see that in an All-Star game.
Just completely uncalled for. So as the officials sort all this stuff out here, I believe Stuckey got in the end zone, but we'll wait for the final call here.
Again, you just hate to see that.
Still trying to figure out what is going on. The Ohio coach is being walked back over to their sideline.
I thought he came up
Still,
short.
Yeah, it's kind of what it's.
I thought he was short on the play.
Yeah, ball looks like it's going to be about the 6-inch line here. Oh, no. So now we have, now it's going to get moved back here with the. No, they did signal touchdown.
there you
go. Touchdown, Pennsylvania. We have a personal foul after the play. And Ohio is making Pennsylvania kick it back from the 20 or back from the 17 or 18-yard line. So Pennsylvania will either line up for the extra point or go for two from the 18-yard line following the personal foul call. That touchdown by Stuckey cuts the lead to 40-29, 28.7 seconds to go. And it looks like Pennsylvania is going for two. Stuckey is in the huddle. He's going to line up in the gun with McNabb off to his left. Tight end trip set.
Look
Near
for something
side.
Tricky here.
Number 21, Philip Marino Jr. coming onto the field now. He's going to be in the slot here. So Stuckey gets the team ready, gets the snap, scanning the field. Now he's going to get flushed out to his right. Now he delivers the pass, and that's going to fall incomplete. So the 2-point conversion is no good, but now we have another flag on the play here. So we'll see what's going on again. Referees discussing everything right around the 15-yard line. We await the call from the head official here.
Looks like it's against Ohio.
Yep. Holding on the defense, so Pennsylvania will have another crack at this, I believe.
For an all-star game, this was highly penalized for
Very.
both teams. Both
Very.
teams.
Yep. So Pennsylvania is going to have another shot at the 2-point conversion from, looks like the 8-yard line, if that's, or the 9-yard line, if it, with half the distance to the goal. So see what MJ Stuckey draws up here.
Just a reminder that the most valuable player awards for Ohio and Pennsylvania on the offensive and defensive sides of the football will be announced directly after the game.
Ethan Shear from Central Valley and McNabb from West Allegheny checked back in for Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania to the line now with Stuckey going under center, lining up in the single wing formation with McNabb in the backfield. Stuckey drops back to pass. Screen out to number 6. That is Lucas Juravac from Central Valley. Completes the 2-point conversion. So 40-31 is the score now in favor of Ohio. There's only 28.7 seconds left on the clock here. So you'd expect a Pennsylvania onside kick to come up, see if they can get another crack here at another touchdown.
That was good execution there. Good pass catch. Again, good play call by Pennsylvania's offense coordinator.
Yeah, I think PA's only gone out of under center, I think, a grand total of 3 or 4 times. And, they've run the ball each time. So having that nice little play action fake and finding Jaravac there in the flat. Yeah, good play call there by Pennsylvania. So, again, 40-31 is the score in favor of Ohio. 28.7 seconds left to go here. And I'm assuming we will see a Pennsylvania onside kick here. But we'll see. Okay, so the head official is going to wind the clock, and that will do it. Ohio is going to be victorious in this version of the Penn-Ohio Football Classic with a final score of 40-31. So I believe that's the third year in a row now for Ohio. 30 in a row for Ohio. Again, 40-31, the final score here.
We want to thank everyone for tuning in to the 47th annual Penn-Ohio State Line Classic. For Ed and for Mike, I'm Billy Splain. We'll see you all tomorrow night. Well, not we will, but I will. Live from Mifflin County. Until then, thanks for tuning in. Thank you for CWTAP fans tuning in. We'll see you again soon.
For Ohio.